106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Welcome to the Goddamn Podcast with Drew and TJ. Let's get this goddamn thing started.
You're goddamn right.
Come on, get out of there. Oh, for some reason it locked all of the things in the menu here. What's up, everybody?
Welcome to episode 200 and motherfucking 50. 250 of these. This is our sesquicentennial, and you know, if it was years and not episodes, but it's our sesquicentennial episode.
Yeah, 250 years. I mean, episodes.
Yeah, Jesus, we've been doing this a long time, and our 5-year anniversary is coming up in a couple of months.
Does this mean you guys will finally put out?
Yes, we will. Dark Matter, for the 5-year anniversary, we are going to put you. We're going to put you out of the podcast. No, seriously, thank you guys so much for having us stick around for 250 of these fucking episodes. You do, and we've done like almost 90 patron shows as well. So when you do the math, it's a lot of hours of content.
Yep.
You could spend a long time trying to catch up on this fucking podcast.
I just got a news pop up. Virginia Democrats flip Senate for the first time in 26 years. Wow.
Oh, were they voting on Senate there?
Yeah.
Man, all I've heard about all day is the governor stuff.
Huh.
Well, we'll get into that shit later. For now, I want to thank everybody and a big salute to our supporters. We fucking love you. From the goddamn army to the Subscribe Star Sailors. If you're not a part of that, please do check it out. Patreon.com/goddamn, subscribestar.com/goddamn.
Dramatic
we really
unicycle.
Appreciate your support.
The Senate.
Oh yeah. All right. Since Dark Matter so rudely just interrupted me.
No. You interrupted me.
I guess my next announcement will be, not only have I fixed the previous Streamlabs that was not working correctly.
Sure you did.
I fixed it. No, I fixed it. Mm-hmm. And then I added 3 more. So technically you've got 4 fresh Streamlabs. They're all Dark Matter. Dark Matter. If you look at our list of Streamlabs at this point, there are only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 options that are not you, and one of those is Jim Baker, and another one is $100.
That's because I'm your golden goose, and you know it.
Sure. Well, golden goose, let's see how the people like to hear the new Streamlabs, because I'm looking forward to hearing them. There are a couple of really good ones. So please do make sure to check that out. Streamlabs, of course, is open. Later on in the show, we plan on having Saint Chef and Monkey Fudge. But that'll be later on, possibly during the second hour, definitely during the third hour. So when those guys get back to us, we'll let you know. And if we see them in the chat, we'll remind them. I know Fudge is working right now. He says he unfortunately has to work for the first hour of the show, but he'll be there for the rest of it. And we really, really appreciate those guys. They're fantastic.
By the way, that thumbnail, is that blood on the dance floor?
Actually, it's our magic phrase, bald on the dance floor.
Because when Mrs. DM saw that and was like curious about it, I introduced her to Blood on the Dance Floor, TJ's favorite song.
Oh, dude, Bewitched.
Bewitched, yeah. And it was like watching a deer in headlights. Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. The first time I think I've ever saw that video, there's a guy with a channel called The Angry Joe Show, and it's
Oh
mostly
yeah, I know. It's Angry Joe.
it's video game reviews and stuff like that. But like way back in the day, he was reviewing some game, and he like made it like he's so excited to bring it home. He pops it in the player, it's whatever PlayStation or whatever, and then he freaking sits on the couch, and that video came up. Like, and because the first time I thought it was a joke, I thought like he had put his friends up to this, or something. Like, no, it's a legit fucking band that has like a following and shit. Yeah, it's pretty disheartening.
The Devil May Cry reboot. Rivet Wolf says.
Yeah, there we go. Rivet
All
Wolf.
right,
Devil May Cry
I'll handle
reboot.
that for you. Hang on, let me get my mic out. Well, it's $50. I will be your whore.
Happy 250 TH episode.
Why the?
Oh yeah, I forgot. I've got it. I've still got it on the. We were asked to change the accent.
But why? But why that? TJ, now everybody's like wanking it instead of watching the show.
Thinking you're a $50 whore.
Come on, man.
$50 whore.
$50. That's all it takes.
Everybody's too busy fantasizing about me now. Sorry.
I'm too busy putting us back to our Mizuki. Hello. Okay, I've got it back. Thank you very much, Crampaw, and we really appreciate your support. You've always been awesome. Was it who did this thumbnail?
I thought it was Ryan.
Yeah, that's Crampaw.
Yep.
All right. Well, there you go. He's been on fire with that. Hopefully we get a nice fresh one tonight with all of the stuff we'll be covering. He used the $50 one, don't get me wrong, is awesome, but it's not one of the new ones. The new ones are in the description, and they are the ones that are in all caps. Those are the four. It's three new ones, and then the one that I had to fix up from last week. So you got to hear what it was, but now it's at least linked up, and we could be interrupted by Dark Matter singing "I'm Too Sexy," but not to the fucking rhythm of the song.
Because I was distracted, and I could actually nail it if I cared too.
Sure, you could. Anyway, so we may have used it before, but we're using it again tonight. Bald on the dance floor. Bald on the dance floor. Going to be our magic phrase. And by the way, you're going to want to get in on that Streamlabs action. So far, Ryan Crampaw is in the lead, but the winner or the highest Streamlabs that we get tonight is going to get this freaking photo frame, digital photo frame. And not only that, I'm going to freaking fill it with some of our best thumbnails and Photoshops. So it is. Oh yeah, it's gonna be the ultimate piece of goddamn like fan. You're gonna want it. Basically, everybody should want that shit. It's gonna be fan fucking tastic. So, highest Streamlabs gets that, and of course, whoever gets the magic phrase during the second or third hour will get their prize as well. Bald on the dance floor. That is correct. All right. So with that shit out of the way, we can move on to whatever you guys feel is most important. Personally, Dark Matter, I think you should try that get up on a regular basis. Do you think you could lose about 120 pounds and rock that shit?
And wear like a belt of ammunition for a literal belt?
Well, the bullet belt, they totally stole that from like 80s thrash. But,
yeah, and they totally stole the LED jacket that Shives is rocking over there.
Oh, is that Shives? I didn't even recognize who that was.
It has to be. Yeah, I'm about to say it's like a cross between Steve Shives, what's the Pirates of the Caribbean?
Sparrow?
Jack Sparrow, and like
Elvira.
Something along those. I was gonna say like emo, some kind of emo thing going on. If your jacket requires batteries, go the fuck away. Go the fuck away.
I wonder how much that's going for on Hygo.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Probably fucking like $199, and these guys bought it.
Yeah, they're saying Dark Matter. They're saying the for Kentucky, anyways. It isn't just Kentucky, is it? It's Virginia. In Kentucky, the incumbent governor lost, and the Democrat won.
Oh wow, everything's going Democrat.
That's in Kentucky. I don't know about Virginia.
Mitch McConnell.
Ashamed of yourself.
I molested any of my computer equipment. Okay.
Bingo!
And
Perfect.
cut.
Jesus Christ. When did I ever say that?
Remember, the 5th of November, the gump of der treason and plot. Ik know of no reason vhi the gump of der treasons hold ever before God. I frigin love before vendetta. Also, magic phrases hold before baldheada.
What the hell was that? Why do I
Okay.
feel like storming a beach?
I forgot to say. I changed it, but then I forgot to save it here. Save.
Holy
Okay.
crap.
Yeah, that's why we have Mizuki, the Japanese sounding lady, and not any of the other accents that are totally fucking terrifying. GL's like, am I having a stroke? Yes, you are. Do you smell burning toast?
When did I ever talk about molesting my computer? I don't even
You
remember.
do it all the time, Dark Matter. Dark Matter,
Yeah.
maybe you don't realize it, but sometimes you drink a lot on the show, and you say things that are just downright. You talked about a few shows ago. You talked about literally holding people down and fucking them.
No, all right. I'm going to put this out. I'm just going to put this out there. Deep fakes. You people ever heard of deep fakes? It's a thing. Yeah, they have websites now, entire websites where you can type in something and they'll say it in the voice of a celebrity, and you can't tell the difference. Like they have that Jordan Peterson simulator where you can type something and it sounds like Jordan Peterson saying it. They've made some hilarious shit with that.
Dude, that takes much fucking effort.
I'm just saying.
It's amazing where technology is. All right, first of all, you said it just a couple of shows ago, just in case you're curious. So you can go back and watch if you want. If you would like to replay that Streamlabs, I've actually fixed the so you can actually hear it in the voice that we're all used to.
Ashamed of yourself.
I molested any of my computer equipment. Okay.
Bingo!
And
Perfect.
cut.
Remember, the 5th of November, the gunpowder treason and plot. I know of no reason why the gunpowder treason should ever be forgot. I, friggin' love, V for vendetta. Also, magic phrase should be for bald head A.
Man, it's a tough one. I want B for bald heada is actually not bad at all, and it is the fucking 5th of November. Oh man,
I don't know if I'm going to remember this 5th of November because I'm like already like 2 bottles of root beer in.
Here's what I'm going to do. It's B for Baldetta. Baldetta being one word. Okay.
So you changed it, or it's an additional one?
I am doing an additional.
Wow.
That was so fucking good that I'm gonna double it up. So now there are 2 magic phrases. No guarantee we use both of them, but we use at least one. It'll keep you guys on your toes, and most likely we'll end up using both since it's the 250th episode, and I would like to keep it fresh for you longtime viewers.
Philly, is November Blade Runner month or is it Bald Runner month? Hit him up with 3, TJ. Bald Runner. Let's go.
Not doing it.
I just got done running 7 miles. It would be literal. Bald Runner.
We've already done Bald Runner.
No.
There's so fucking many that we've done. It's hard for me to remember at this point what ones have been used. Some of my all-time favorite, like probably my all-time favorite. Oh God, there was the Bald and the Beautiful. That was absolutely. Yeah, you exactly. You should have called it Baldies or Dummies.
Tautological. Sorry. It's just redundant. Yeah, it's tautological. That's what I said. Yeah, it's just redundant, TJ. Bald and the Beautiful. The synonyms.
Yeah. Anyway, we had the good, the bald, and the ugly. Just some classics, man. There have been a lot of really good ones, but I liked B for Baldetta. And we're going to do so Bald on the Dance Floor and B for Baldetta, your magic phrases. Each will get a prize. And of course, the top Streamlabs tip or donation for tonight, in which case, Ryan Crampaw, you are off to a good lead. $50 is a strong opening. You'll probably stay in the lead. We'll see. We'll see how, if anyone out there is going to try and take this away from you, because it's going to be, honestly, it's one of the cooler prizes. The idea of making it something that, will give you memories for all of our past 249 shows. A fantastic prize. Anyway, Lone Star. God, dude. So I had one of these left over in my fridge, and I have to drink it before I get to my decent beers, which I have over
rotation.
Here. Well, I was out having a cigarette, at work, and sitting there with myself, my buddy that works right next to me, and one of the managers, and we're all just like standing there, and I was like, "Yep," and my fucking buddy's like, "Yep," and the manager's like, "Yep." I was like, "God damn, all we're missing is Boomhauer." I was like, this is fucking totally king of the goddamn hill. Where's our Alamo beers? Jesus. Dang old ding dang old. Let a spec troll.
What is he saying?
He's like calling us a DP ripoff or some shit like
that.
Wait, we've been here for literally 250 shows at this point.
DP ripoff.
But I mean, everything is okay. Do you call news stations ripoffs of each other? Like whichever one came first or whatever, like that's not how shit works. Unless you are directly ripping off the same exact fucking like. By the way, we've had this format since the fucking beginning.
But what is it? It's just dudes talking to each other. I mean, like
it's a fucking podcast. The point is let dude tucker himself out. I'm not bothered by it. If you guys want to like personally mute him or whatever, fine. I just he's going ape shit. Let him tucker himself out. I really,
dude. I've been on the Drunken Peasants. TJ, weren't you on there too? I mean, they don't give a shit even if we did copy them, which we didn't.
I have been on there, like not as a guest though. I think I was in a video that was covered, or I was brought up as something, but it wasn't. It was nothing. Nothing like bad. I watch Drunken Peasants. Like I used to watch them a lot, but I still watch them like to a degree occasionally. I just don't have the free time like I used to. I have to make the time to do this podcast now, and I don't have time to be watching hours and hours of other people's stuff right now. I at some point we'll probably doing a lot of catching up, or a lot of the shit was really entertaining. However, this is our show. I don't like watch their show. Nobody here watches their show in order to try and grab the same guests or cover the same material or have the same talking. Like nobody does that. So
imagine having so much time that you come to a show that you don't even like and you just want to just
you're a ripoff. You're a ripoff. I subscribe to you so I get notifications so I can tell you you're a ripoff. Like,
either way, that's what I imagine the person wanted in the first place. But either way, I don't know.
No, do you, boo? This is not the first time this person has shown up. Is the only reason I'm mentioning it. This is like the fourth or fifth time I've seen this person in the fucking chat. So have at it, buddy. Not bothered. What did you expect us to do? Be like, whoa, you got us. We quit. Like, get. I don't know.
We made
For
it
all
to
I
the
know, it's one of our
250th
fucking own
episode.
fans with a secondary account just dicking with us. I don't. It's
No,
not
no,
something
we
I
made
can.
it. No, it's over. We made it to 250th episode until we finally got called out. It's time to hang up.
Yeah,
the
they
hat.
finally caught us. Somebody has shown up to multiple shows and talks a lot of junk in the fucking comments. It's
I
time to
think
end
we
it,
need to
guys.
talk about the sad truth that nobody wants to talk about, and that is clearly that was a
Dark
Russian.
matter.
Well, that was a Russian bot, is what I was going to say.
Oh, heard, yeah. Dude, we used to get people like
A lot of Russian bots.
it was a picture of like a hot chick, and she's like, "Hey guys, come check out my website," and all that shit. And people, we used to have a ton of fun with that. I don't, we don't even get that anymore. But you can be our next little bitch. How about that, A-Spec?
It was probably a 50-year-old dude, 250-pound dude
with a fucking, former KGB. It's like, former KGB, many skills, but here I am trying to con American men out of money.
I am flexible 18-year-old girl.
I
do
all
kind of things for you.
The worst part, dude, that 90-Day Fiance show that my old lady watches, and I'm stuck watching all the time. She doesn't really like watching it with me anymore because I'm just like, this guy's a fucking retard. Like, I can't even watch it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they have one dude that's just giving like $800 a month to some Ukrainian girl that, like, sure, they talk and they text and they do video or whatever, but like it's so obvious that she does not give a fuck that like he's probably like one of her like 27 sugar daddies. And this dude is like in love and like fucking his whole life up. And the first time we ever get to see her in the entire fucking season is in like the tell-all thing that they do at the end on TLC, where they bring everyone together and ask him questions or whatever. And she's just like, whatever. It's like, you get over me if you have no more money. Like, because he's like ruined his life. He's like behind on his rent and eats ramen so he can send her $800 a month. And the little clip of her was like, I like to go shopping with my friends, like obviously not struggling or giving a fuck. And while dude is like, running himself into the ground for it, pathetic is my point.
Dude, that one we watched that one time. I think we had Poisoning the Wool on, and we watched that. Fucking sad. It was like the whole third hour we watched it, and it was that guy that was into like the dating services.
Oh yeah,
you remember that? Oh my god!
Unfortunately, I missed that episode. I did rewatch it. Like that was one of the ones where I had to join by phone or something like that because I was out of town.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And he got burned and then went back.
Dude, at the
she
very
didn't
end.
show up when he went on. So this is kind of the same thing. This dude so he buys tickets to go to Mexico and meet her. Like this is the third attempt to go and meet her. The previous two have fallen through. Third attempt, and instead of buying her a ticket, he sends her the money to buy a ticket.
Oh.
He goes and then flies to Mexico without hearing from her beforehand. And the entire fucking time he's in Mexico, like, I'm here, are you on your way or whatever? And she's just ghosting him. Just total ghost. And then he fucking gets to fly back home and be picked up by his friend at the airport. And the friend's like, so how'd it go? And they've got all the GoPros and shit set up in the car so they catch all these conversations. And it's just like, dude, his name is Caesar. And he is, if any of you actually watch that show, I doubt you do. It's not something I would watch if it wasn't for like the old lady loving that kind of shit for some reason. I think she enjoys seeing like people suffer. that's my fucking
but dude, there's something about a fucking train wreck, man. Like
the thing is that like they do the show so well, so you can tell a lot of shit is heavily edited. In fact, we laughed about one scene because like this chick is getting drunk, but every time they keep cutting back, there's different amounts of liquid in her glass. So it's like obvious that they're doing these hard cuts to make it seem something that is not quite. Yeah. Even if it is kind of like that, they're making it like TV worthy.
Yeah, I know exactly how that feels.
No, you have no idea, Dark Matter. You haven't drank enough.
You edit the shit out of the things I say so that I sound stupid.
I have not heard anything edited. In fact, so far, the two Streamlabs we've had have been played totally
Heavily
straightforward,
edited.
unedited, in full context. And I believe that there are people out there with a little bit of
Yes,
extra money in
I
their pocket
totally
right now.
molest my computer. Yeah.
Philly says
Whoa, that-
Philly
where are we
Philly says TJ's girlfriend likes to see loser men to remind herself of the winner she has in her life. No, I think that even that makes her feel a little bit better. She's like, oh, okay. You know, I thought I had it bad, but Jesus Christ, look at some of these fucking losers.
Honestly, I
that's what
think
the deal
she's
is.
just like, when the show first came out, it was like, you know, some of the people they had on there, it's hard not to look away. And it was like
It's made for that.
a fucking 52-year-old fat lady with a lazy eye, and she's like gonna get married. They call it 90 Day Fiance because you get to know someone from another country, but once they come to America, they've got 90 days until you get married. Otherwise,
Right.
they get booted. It's a K1 visa or whatever the fuck they call it. So some of the, like, it's a fat 52-year-old lady with a fucking lazy eye, and she's looking to get with this like model-esque man that is like from a Muslim country. And when they finally fucking meet up, because you can tell it's fucked by their like online interactions that they share on the show and whatever. When they finally meet up, like, he won't like touch her or kiss her or anything because his religion. Even during their marriage ceremony, which he, by the way, after the marriage ceremony, like, he promptly disappeared and never came back. but after their marriage, he wouldn't fucking kiss her. And he's like, oh, and they're like, you got to kiss her. Like, all her family was like, you won't even kiss her. And he's like, okay. We gave her like a kiss on the forehead and fucking then never showed back the fuck up again. Like, you can't not want to watch that kind of shit. I don't blame the old lady for wanting to watch that. If I watched like regular TV there's another one on Bravo that she loves. It's like Below Deck. And it's literally a yacht ship that gets fucking rented out for a few days at a time by rich ass. It's a nice yacht. It's rented out by rich people for a few days at a time, and the show is basically a reality show about the crew and what, you know, the kind of work they do and the interactions they have and the food that the chef is preparing for these high class people, and then what they do on their days off, which is usually go out and party, and how much money they make, which is like how much they get tipped by the rich people. So they're, you know, but I don't know why, but she fucking loves that shit. She will watch, and that doesn't mean like, I hope it doesn't say anything about like me, like that's just her taste in what she has for TV. I think it's something that she doesn't have to pay too close of attention to while she's on her phone or dealing with the babies or whatever else may be, and she can miss a little bit and be like, whatever. I think that's honestly it. And she's like, look, at least I don't have to put up with that shit. Like, and I enjoyed that kind of shit too. That's kind of like
people have different,
in general, watching other people suffer and not feeling.
Yeah, well, I mean, people have different tastes in general, man. But like, it's a lot of that TV, especially like what I call, in my girlfriend and I call trash TV, because she likes to watch like Maury and Springer and stuff on Pluto, which is all free. It's all reruns and stuff.
Sure,
but the thing is, it doesn't matter who you are, because normally if I was to sit down and think about it, I'm like, oh my god, it's garbage. It really is just like so bottom of the barrel trash garbage. I bring anybody into this house and an episode's going, before the episode's over, they'll stop what they're doing to like look over your shoulder and be like, "Oh my god, did she really do that?" I've had my dad come over here because we moved into this house. My dad was helping me fix some of the plumbing stuff, and he's like, "Oh my god," he's like he just shakes his head when he walks through because it's all just fucking garbage, right? He's over there fixing the sink, and I'm asking him like, "Hey, can you hand me the wrench?" And I look up, he's over there like at the side of the living room, just like watching the TV, like, "Can you believe these fucking people?" And he's like glued to it. A guy that wouldn't normally watch it, it's made to be like that.
Yeah, it's catchy, and it catches you when, even if you, and a lot of people hate watch it.
Yeah,
which is what I feel like where I'm at with the 90 Day Fiance thing. Like, I feel like I'm like, there are each season there, let's say like there's 8 different couples, right? Out of all that, there's 1 or 2 that are like kind of like good matches and you actually believe in their relationship. All of the rest of them are just like complete fucking. There's a 19-year-old girl that converted to Islam so that she could move to Syria to be with her fucking boyfriend, and then didn't understand why she couldn't bring him back to the US to live there. And like every decision she makes is just fucking atrocious, and I can't look away. I just can't leave. Like at 19, you've already fucking converted to Islam and moved to Syria to marry a fucking dude. Like you couldn't, and she's not ugly or fucking like she's not deformed or anything like that. There's no reason that you can't find someone like decent here. You just get like these people get like this weird obsession for someone and he wasn't even that fucking. He wasn't like model-esque. He was like, like what a Syrian dude would look like.
He just wants to move back to like the United States and open up his mattress store. I think he called it the sleeper cell.
It's a mattress / phone store called the Sleeper Cell. Whatever.
And they won't let him over.
But the moral of the story is the train wreck. You can't keep your fucking eyes off of it. When you see somebody on the screen that is like they've already tested like 19 different guys to find out who the baby's dad is, and none of the guys they brought in. I'm
she's testing 7 more men. Like what? How do you fuck that many dudes?
And not only do you fuck that many dudes, this is what I'm like explaining to her. It's like it isn't just that she fucked that many guys. She fucked them all close enough that any of them could have been the dad.
No. It's not even that. It's that after she did all that, she figured the best way to go about this was to fucking do it on television on the Maury Povich show. Like, but the Maury Povich show is also heavily like whenever they're asking like, this is what Deshaun had to say, and he's like, that ain't my baby, blah 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 blah, like all yelling. It's because the producers make them do that.
Yeah,
they're like, no, you got to be more aggressive and louder. So like at that point, you're wondering how much of this is like editing and fucking build up, and you'll notice that like no matter what, if it's the dude is like, she slept with 17 dudes and then she says I'm the dad, I don't think I am, I want to see a paternity test. Like they're applauding her, and when he comes on the stage they're like, boo, boo, every want time. Proof that this whore is fucking actually you know your baby's mom or something.
Every time I point that out to her, like every time you notice, it doesn't matter what happens, they always boo the dude. And 90% of the time,
unless the dude is the one on the stage,
whoever starts out on the stage,
and
they
then
boo
when they bring
else.
the woman out, they like clapping.
But if he's not the father, though, he better hope that he did well in his last 6 weeks of dance lessons, because he's gonna.
I mean, some of those are crazy. I mean, if everything is legit and somebody can go on there, they can go on the show 4 times and bring half a dozen dudes every time, and none of them end up being a dad. It's just like, dude.
I kind of wonder if like because there are people that want attention. I knew a dude. I worked with a dude that was on the fucking Ricky Lake show.
Oh God, Ricky Lake.
He was on the Ricky fucking Lake show back in the day, and he wasn't like, I worked with him for a year and a half before he fucking finally told me this. And then I was like, the first thing I was asked was like, what kind of episode was it? And he's like, it's the I can't get my man to get a job. And I fucking died laughing, dude. I mean, I'm literally working next to this dude. Oh, it was fantastic.
That is goddamn hilarious.
Yeah.
Like actually bumping into somebody that's been on those shows, but you think there's so many of those shows, and they've been around since like the early '90s. So you have to have bumped into some people that have been on those fucking shows. It really is a small world.
You've probably rubbed elbows with somebody that's had a fucking paternity test on Maury at this point. Jesus Christ. Anyway, all right. Enough of the trash TV talk. Let's get on with some goddamn content for our 250th here.
What'd you say?
And it wouldn't kill you guys. I mean, obviously, unless you're really, really, really poor, to fucking treat me to my new Streamlabs options. I goddamn put in the work. I made the time. I want to hear
all that
matter
editing,
in full context and unedited, please.
All that clipping and splicing.
No clipping. It's most of the pain in the ass part is finding the part and then switching it to a fucking audio. I have to separate the audio and the video. That's fucking terrifying.
Dude, I'm gonna have nightmares tonight.
Some of these
Jeez.
gifts I fucking found are great. Yeah, that is fucking great. Poor ginger dog.
It looks like the dog was hounding you. Never mind. I'm sorry. I just say stupid shit sometimes.
10 out of 10.
Pumpkin says I'm saving up for weddings.
Save
Yeah, but
up for wedding.
how did you meet your fucking fiance, sir? Huh? How?
Give us your Irish shekels, you son of a bitch.
I'll take the Irish peso.
The Irish pesos. All right, 10 out of 10.
Bingo.
Not good.
Wow.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That was impressive.
No.
I wonder. I wish you could like go inside of her mind and see what she thought that looked like.
No, this is dark matter about to tell a joke. This is gonna be hilarious. Watch this shit. I'm gonna fucking.
Jill says they're having a wedding in Ireland and one in Vegas.
Oh yeah.
Well then,
Somebody's got some extra
What do you
cash
call
that
that,
they
Drew?
could do.
$10 Streamlabs?
Yeah.
Sure. You could have told us that with a Streamlabs. And by the way, Chef says his internet is borked at the moment. Hopefully it fixes itself.
Borked?
During the borked. So during the second or third hour, and you can join us. We'd love to have you on. A big salute to our commander.
Swinging into Tuesdays like.
Ah.
Oh, that was.
Ow.
That's a pretty serious. She's actually maybe she didn't get hurt that bad. She's lucky there's not something on the ridge of that kayak.
The boat moved enough to not be too bad.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it
Shock.
could have been. Is she still on a rope?
Yeah, it looks like the rope just extended.
Yeah, it's a long rope. See, she's dragging it the whole way.
Yeah,
Christ.
it's just loosened up, I guess.
There's no way you knew what's going to happen with those kind of in this situations.
I don't like the way you just floated that pun out there, Teach.
Yeah, I probably deserve a good paddling.
Did you have to say it with that voice? You piece of shit.
Oh, yeah.
The internet.
Dark matter. Do you know what that is? Of course you do. It's in
toy.
It's in your wife's drawer.
The toy cactus.
Dude, for real. Do you know what that is, dark matter?
Jesus Christ, TJ.
Do you?
He looks like that dildo is saying, "Look at me, I'm the captain now."
Dude, it looks like a short guy and a tall guy having a talk. Like the one on the right looks like Ziggy, like old cartoons of Ziggy. Remember that shit? Ziggy, bro. The comic strips.
Oh, that guy. Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's what the guy with the thing on the right. That what's the technical term? Clit tickler?
Are you talking about this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it reminds me of. Ziggy. Mm-hmm. So whatever they call that, Jesus. All these different angles are making me uncomfortable. Dark matter, does it make you feel like less of a man that you can't do that with your penis while Drew and I can?
How did you know all about Drew's penis?
It headbangs.
Drew and I had this. This is how we started the podcast.
Yeah, this is
I
why
was
we started the podcast.
Bro, you wouldn't believe it. The weirdest thing happens. I can make my dick wiggle only when saxophone music is playing, though. And he's like, bro, the same shit happens to me. So, and I was like, we should have a podcast. Let's call it the Dick Wiggling Podcast. And he's like, no, let's call it the goddamn podcast. And I was like, Dutch Rudder? He's like, look, maybe for the patron shows.
Yeah, and that's us 5 years later.
Mm-hmm. We've grown so much. Can you still make your dick wiggle? I'm so glad that Dark Matter's not in charge of the Streamlabs, because that would have been one right there. Immediately when I was done, like, I couldn't stop myself. I was like,
well,
can you still? And I was gonna just shut up, but then I just had to say, make your dick wiggle.
You do those every once in a while. You just don't know it would have been like epic Streamlabs. But this is, this is TJ getting a taste of the power. You see, I run the show, so I have that bit of a power. TJ is totally in charge of what becomes a Streamlab.
Yeah.
So he has that power. Dark Matter,
like I said,
you don't have
it takes
power.
effort because you have to split the audio and video, because you cannot use just like a video clip. It has to be like a GIF or an image for the visual, and then and then I have to go. It's kind of a pain in the ass. I actually have to upload it to fucking YouTube so that I can more easily grab the file, because it takes forever for me to fucking like render these fucking files from these large podcasts. So yeah, it's a process, and god damn it, I like hearing my work done. Like when I do a good job, I like hearing it. Like the fucking grab him by the pussy, Dark Matter. That's like one of my fucking favorites.
That's a classic.
Grab him by the pussy.
Let's try Wait For It.
And he can't wait. So thank you, and thank Nero for your service. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. If I could I throw a PSA out real quick?
Real quick.
Just the remarkable nature of these dogs and them being highlighted in the news creates a huge demand by people that frankly shouldn't have them. If you see the coverage and you decide I want one of these dogs, either buy a finished trained, fully trained and finished dog from a professional, or just don't get one at all. And Epstein didn't kill himself.
Okay, thank you for that commentary. All right, Mike, maybe more on that later.
Oh, fuck me. Oh, that's goddamn classic.
Good stuff. They finally give this dude his own show.
Dude, Dirty Waters. His name is Jesse Waters. They call him Dirty Waters because he was the dirtiest fucking journalist on Fox News. Yeah, and they gave him his own. That's where we're at now. It's fucking reality TV stars for president and like ridiculous people. Someone on Facebook in a group called out the person who ran the group locally here and was like, "We get that you don't like Trump, but in order to not like Trump, you have to tell us who you like and why." I'm thinking like,
if my wife
not
shaved
liking
parts of her head, I would immediately start sticking my dick in someone else's pussy.
DM may not be able to make that a Streamlab, but I can.
Hold on. I'm listening to that again. I don't remember that one at all.
I don't remember that. That's because it's fully invented
you
by
can tell
TJ.
the flow here you got going.
Yeah, her. Come on.
If my wife shaved parts of her head, I would immediately start sticking my dick in someone else's pussy.
DM may not be able to make that a Streamlab, but I can.
Jesus Christ.
Man.
Dude.
I don't remember that at all.
And let me tell you,
Yeah.
I don't usually remember them until I write down giant lists of this shit. And then actually go back, and that's another thing that takes time. I only write down like the minute it happened, so I have to go to the minute before, and each one of these takes 2 minutes just to find the fucking it takes time.
So get
I
this.
thank you so much, Chef, for allowing us to hear one more of the Streamlabs.
According to The Hill, Netflix is going to offer a skip button for the Trump jokes on Seth Meyers' comedy special. So if you don't want to hear Trump jokes, you can hit a skip button.
Fucking snowflakes.
On Netflix?
Yeah. That's how bad it's getting. Like people getting so offended on Trump's behalf.
Well, I left a comment on this particular person I was talking about. I left a comment basically saying, not liking Trump doesn't have to be qualified by liking another like Democratic candidate or something.
Right.
Like you don't have to and they went on this whole like, oh, I get it. You think Orange Man bad. But like every other comment he had was like terrified of higher taxes. And I was like, so I was replying to him like, I get it, taxes bad. You can't do anything right with taxes or anything like that. Do I think that taxes fuck up all the time? Absolutely. Do I think they can be put to better uses in a lot of cases? Absolutely. Do people like this douchebag I was dealing with, these kind of Trump supporters, can they ever call him out on anything? No. Whenever someone's like points out all the mistakes of other politicians in defense of Trump, and they are things that those politicians have apologized for, I will always ask them, can you send me one clip of Trump apologizing for a mistake he's made? One, because it will not fucking happen. Trump refuses to admit when he's wrong, and that's why he's a toxic ass fucking politician and not like someone that we need to depend on for major goddamn decisions. He not only does he fucking never admit he's wrong, when he's called out for being wrong, he doubles down. Like absolute idiocy.
You know what's funny to me is like a few days ago he was like the Democrats a witch hunt is causing the stock market to crash, and then like later that day, or might have been the very next day, he goes, stock market's record all-time high, you're welcome.
It's like Huckabee level fucking hypocrisy. Like, dude, it's just our politics has now become like bad reality TV. We were talking trash TV earlier. Now this is where our politics are, for fuck's sake. And I'm not saying that it's like it's always been super upstanding. There's been like dirty moves all over the place, but at this point, where our it just like the tweeting constantly and the like you can tell he cares about like how many times it gets fucking retweeted or whatever, and all that, and it's so pathetic for the fucking most powerful man in the goddamn country and the world.
It's incredibly petty.
It is very petty, and it was entertaining for a minute until you realize this dipshit is in control.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and to what Dark Matter was saying, that was one of the bigger critiques that I had for Trump. Was a lot of the stuff that he was saying during the campaigning was accurate as far as like the things with the economy and stuff. But as soon as he got in, he started taking credit for it. Like as soon as he got in, it was like things did in at least in the projections for unemployment and even job growth.
It was on the upswing.
Yeah, I mean those things were like what happened when he got in. Like those trends kind of continued, and some of that he did affect consumer confidence in the stock market, things like that. But all the stuff that he said was bad, like before when he was a candidate. Like he was just like a month into like the office and stuff. He's like, "You're welcome."
Yeah,
it's like, well, dude, like the upward swing is like it's there.
It takes forever for that swing to like level off and start to drop, and you'll notice this kind of cycle where, like they were like the economy was terrible under Obama, and I'm like, wait a second, so you're going to credit Obama with the shitty economy he adopted, and then not credit Obama for the good economy that Trump adopted? Like you have to be I mean, and I'm by the way, the economy numbers are all over the fucking place. A lot of sources and actually different polling stations or whatever have totally conflicting information. like total economic growth could be as low as like 2% while it's being claimed to be 6%. Like it's all over the place, and it's ridiculous because numbers will just get reported. Nobody will do any fucking fact checking, and nobody, even in the age of information, will bother to fucking give it two thoughts. If you support Trump, it's 6%. If you don't support Trump, it's 2%. Who gives a fuck what the actual number is? You know, and that's sad. That's just really sad. And Trump has done a really good job of I don't know how I put this. Like dumbing down politics to like to the degree of like you don't have to be smart to know about policy and bills and all that. But yeah, you do. To a degree, you need to know the details. You can't just be like, I know politics because I watched 30 minutes of fucking, Fox News, or I listened to, I read 15 Trump tweets. Like, that's just not how this shit works.
He turns it too much into team sports. There's too much team sports going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, root for me because of them. And by the way, the Democrats usually play right into it because the Democrats are the weakest fucking opponents the Republicans could ever dream for. It is the only thing worse than fucking Republicans or Democrats. It is fucking pathetic watching like 90% of the fucking Democrats in political office try and accomplish any fucking thing or have a backbone. It is so goddamn, it's disheartening and fucking migraine inducing.
Well, the only thing I would say though about like the team sports and stuff like that, I think it's always been like that. It's at least always been like that since I've been into politics.
Yeah, but here's the thing: like, you knew it couldn't have been too crazy like that when the fucking party switched, because the Democrats were the ones who fucking used to be behind racism. They've done a fucking full switch, so you can't, like, it's not so ingrained in people that switch can't happen. Right, it has already happened. And we used to have multiple parties, and I think it will be a lot fucking better. It might be a bit more confusing and a bit harder to get shit done at first, but to think that this fucking two-party system, which is, it's not like two parties that almost agree. It's two parties that are getting further and further fucking apart, and to think that that's going to accomplish shit where a Democrat gets elected and they change a bunch of policy, and then a Republican gets back and he reverses all that and goes the other direction, and then the Democrat gets elected and they go fucking back in the other, and then you just keep going further and further back and forth instead of actually meeting the fucking, like, center gray area that we need as a country. It's not going to do us any fucking favors.
Well, yeah. Then I think that's at least fair now. But if you look at, I think the Pew stuff, when you look at the Pew stuff, and they have like the little chart. I used to have it, so I probably have it somewhere on this computer. But it would show you like where the gaps have went, and like recently in the past few years, it's been the left kind of shooting out, while the right has kind of stayed and just kind of did like this. Where the left is really shot out.
The right has Trump as president. How much further like weird or like crazy right wing do you really? But
it's not crazy right wing on a political spectrum. Trump isn't actually pushing anything like radical as far as like those kinds of policies. You think he's doing dumb stuff, that's a different thing, but it's not,
Sure, but Obama didn't push like super far left policies. He caved.
Right, I'm talking about
anything that had any kind of substance.
But the Pew stuff is based. The Pew stuff isn't based on who was the president at the time. It was based on what the people who identified as liberal or conservative where they were.
Sure, but again, where the people stand, like individually, versus where the president stands, and versus what the president says they want to do versus what they actually do. These are all like totally different levels of shit. I'm just saying those things change, like the far gaps. We're becoming more polarized.
And that's what's
pretty fucking obvious.
Yeah,
I will say that one of those memes that's posted by a lot of like left wing and liberal groups or pages or whatever that I think is dead on is like, Trump being elected president doesn't disappoint me nearly as much as like seeing the amount of people who are just totally like cult of personality, mouth breathing fucking retards out there. That to me like totally is more depressing than like Trump. Trump honestly, I find it kind of entertaining. I wish I had the free time. My fucking Coxpuss channel would be going crazy with fucking videos covering the insanity that is the White House right now. There's tons of material. I find it fucking like entertaining in that degree. What I don't find entertaining is that there's like a third of the country that is just like, no matter what, they got his back.
Yeah,
no matter what. You talk about impeachment and they're like, Elizabeth Warren, Pocahontas, like, and I'm like, dude, how do you get through to these fucking complete idiots? And which leads you to realize there's another third of the country that's on the other side, that you can't fucking convince anything like rational in any other direction.
Yeah.
Which means that there's probably a very like less than a third of the country, because there are independents that are closer to the edges there, but there's like probably like 20% of this country that understands that it's just two sides playing fucking like volleyball, and it's absolutely fucking ridiculous what direction we're going in. And it's disheartening to think that like when you run across 5 strangers at the grocery store, only one of them is not like a complete fucking idiot. 4 out of the 5 most likely are just complete fucking dipshits, and that is disheartening. And it makes me think that we don't have a fucking chance. Not only as a country, but as a fucking species, we don't have a fucking chance. Not a shot in fucking hell. I think my kids will be lucky if the shit doesn't hit the fan before they fucking, get old.
What does that make you think about democracy like as a whole?
Democracy is a great fucking concept, right? But
the
problem is that people,
I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know.
Well, you're a Drew tater, so it makes sense.
I'm honestly, I'm not in favor of like dictatorships or anything like that.
Democracy as a concept, like where the majority gets, okay. So on a small scale, it's kind of like, and you have to have, there's so many caveats to it. On a small scale, you can't have like 6 people decide that they're gonna like eat the other 4 people, and well, there's a majority, so blah, and then that out of the 6 people, you can't do it like that and succeed. On a larger scale, where you're electing representatives that more closely like are in line with your view, it's a good idea. But then you have a large society, and you have fucking uninformed, uneducated, complete dipshits, and one-party voters, or I'm sorry, one-issue voters, or people that vote just along party lines because they're fucking retarded, and they don't actually care enough about the process and the idea of what it's meant to be, and that fucks it up on a royal scale. I think there's probably a happy medium of people, like population, that can make a democracy work. It can't be too small, it can't be too big. I think we're too big. What the problem is that we're just gonna like who are you gonna elect to fix everything? Who is it gonna be? Fucking Biden? Get the fuck out of here.
Well,
we're not doing shit to fix anything. We are literally just going like this.
That's what I mean. To me, I 110% agree with you. You're singing my song now. Like who the fuck are you gonna
democracy as an ideal is a great ideal. It's the we all have an equal say, and that's a beautiful freaking concept. But it can be misused, and it can definitely not even intentionally. I love the uneducated. Yeah, no shit, because they still get a vote. No matter how fucking stupid or ignorant or like not knowing anything about anything, they can easily be swayed to still like their vote counts as much as someone who knows what the fuck they're talking about.
Well, I guess that's more of the interesting line of conversation. Maybe we can talk about that when we come back from break. But I mean, just as like a thought experiment, should there be some other litmus test besides that you're a citizen, you get the vote?
Yeah, you should probably be a white male and landowner. But other than that, I don't see. It's a joke. It's a joke. Anyway, we'll talk about this more when we get back.
Dark Matter. This is why you're not in charge of making the Streamlabs, because that would be a Streamlab.
That would be, and it would be a moneymaker too. God damn it. Anyway, we'll be right back with a lot more content, and the magic phrases will be in effect after we come back from break. So stay tuned.
We're back.
We've started quite the conversation in the chat here.
Oh,
It's look.
What did I miss?
Politics is a tricky fucking thing. There are a lot of things that will work to a large degree, some that'll work to a small degree. There's a lot of things that'll have adverse effects. There are a lot of good things, good ideas that get turned into shit. Like I was saying, like democracy at fucking self. That's the way shit is. Well, we'll move on from that. We'll cover some more hopefully fun and lighthearted stuff and keep you guys from getting too crazy about it. It's something that I it's crazy because the older I get, the more it feels like the less I know. But that's a sign of wisdom. Yeah, I'm not so like fucking cocksure about every fucking little thing. Do you have dark matter muted? I mean, I'm not complaining.
No, you have yourself muted.
Dark matter, you have yourself there. What?
There.
There you go.
Yeah, I had myself muted because I was munching on some.
Oh well, how polite of you! Finally. Anyway, magic phrases are in effect. Streamlabs is open.
I molested any of my computer equipment. Okay.
Bingo!
And
Perfect.
cut.
ゴッド、ブレスザゴダムポッドカスト、アーメン、You guys have been there for me every Tuesday and I love everyone here for that. This Godam family is the best of the best. Happy Tuesday to everyone. Thanks everyone. トランプのハート、V サインするて。
Thanks, buddy. Hey,
dude.
Y'all weren't telling me that I've been using my fucking webcam mic.
Oh.
Do you hear a difference now?
Yeah.
Oh, does it sound better? Does it?
Well, I thought you were just maybe feeling stuffy.
Oh my goodness. No, I could hear myself in that Streamlabs. Then I go and check it, and it's like, oh, the fucking 720 webcam. I'm like, what the fuck?
It's only been like that for like 4 years. We're used to it by now.
Yeah, I'm saying, every fucking show I turn on the phantom power to use this condenser mic. It's just like it's like the equivalent of banging fucking trash cans together.
That's
Jesus.
fantastic. Thank you very much, Stephen. We really, really appreciate your continued viewership and support, and everybody else. We really do. I agree. This is the best of the best. My goddamn family. I recognize freaking 19 out of the 20 names that I see come up in the chat and all that stuff. We really do love you guys. We're glad that.
Oh, Tej, we can't hear you.
It's the cat.
Okay.
It's the fucking cat. Don't worry, he's fine. Vinnie Paul, his last work was just released. Did you know that?
Mm-mm.
It was like a month ago, but it's Hell Yeah's latest album, and I sent you a link here in the chat on the Zoom. It's just the audio of it or whatever, and you should probably only play 20 seconds of it. But it's Vinnie, part of Vinnie Paul. It's a whole album, but I just thought this song I like the opening of it.
The little boy in me that was wild with fright. Nobody came to my rescue when I called out that night. So many times, so many tries, so many cries for help in life. But it's too late now. Oh my God, I'm in a deal with the devil. Now the devil's in my blood. Ooh, I'm a bullet, he's a gun.
And
Yeah.
that's probably just enough to get us a copyright.
Fucking Vinnie Paul. Rest in peace, buddy.
Now's the time where I tell you guys that I met Vinnie Paul.
Yeah.
And that's
In a
all
titty bar. He said, I'll tell the story as far as I remember it. The motherfucker is sitting in a titty bar with DPR Jones. And he's looking around. And he's like, man, there's a lot of Pantera shit around here. And then realizes Vinnie Paul is in the booth next to him.
Yeah, right behind it. It was me, DPR Jones, Aaron Ra, and Aaron Ra as well.
Dude, that's fucking epic as fuck. What a story. I met Vinnie Paul at a titty bar when I was hanging out with Aaron Ron, DPR Jones, and realized there's a lot of Pantera shit going on around here. What's going on with this? And it's fucking Vinnie Paul's fucking spot. Oh,
Pretty crazy.
That is awesome. Yeah,
because I'm thinking like, well, they really have that fucking metal theme in here, and like it's ML's. For those of you who don't know, that's like Dime's guitar. Like they're everywhere. Like I don't see another guitar that isn't that. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of weird. I look at all the pictures on the wall, and it's like them hanging out there, and I'm like, huh, wow, this must have been a really popular spot back in the '90s. And all of a sudden, you look like right behind me is fucking Vinnie Paul and like some of the dudes.
Fucking epic.
Is Vinny and Paul the hot new group the kids are into?
Yes.
Vinnie Paul is Dimebag Darrell's brother. They used to play both in Pantera and then in Damage Plan, and then Dimebag was shot to death on stage.
Really?
Yep, and Vinny was there. He was almost shot to death as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's a crazy story. Anyway, so then I remember waking up and going to work. I work construction. It's like 6:30 in the morning, and the rock station that I normally listen to, at the time was like normally talk radio at that time, and it was nothing but Pantera song after Pantera song after Pantera song, and I was like, shit, who the fuck died? And it was Dimebag Darrell. Anyway, Vinnie Paul has also died now. He died
heart attack
almost a year ago now.
Yeah.
But he died. He just died in his sleep.
Mm-hmm.
But he was the drummer, and 42.
Oh my God, that's 1 year younger than me.
He was in his 40s. I'll look it up.
Jesus
I believe
Christ.
it was 42.
Damn,
Anyway,
it is.
he
This
was a
stage of
fucking
my
incredible
life
drummer, and he was playing with Hell Yeah, which is like a super group. It's the singer from Mudvayne and Vinnie Paul, and like I can't remember where the guitarist is from.
He was 54.
Oh,
54.
He was 54. Dime was still in his 30s, I think.
Yeah.
It was 2004.
Dude, I'm a huge like Pantera, Damage Plan, and Hell Yeah is an awesome fucking band. You know, they go in a few different directions in a lot of their songs or whatever, but like some of that shit is just heavy as fuck. And I really, really, really do enjoy a lot of fucking Hell Yeah songs and albums in general. So do check them out. They like I said, this is the last work of Vinnie Paul. I don't even know how if they're just gonna get another drummer so they can tour it, because it's only like a month old now, and it was all Vinnie Paul on the album. In fact, they have a last track on there where it's Vinnie Paul talking about like, you know, just kind of something about you can't enjoy the moments, and it's something you can't like. It's irreplaceable, like having good time, like even just good moments or whatever. And I thought it was a really kind of like they're obviously at a bar or something and being recorded, and he just a really cool dude and a really incredible drummer. So rest in peace to Dimebag and Vinny. Metalheads,
Is that
give them some respect and give it a listen to that album at least.
because of my music ignorance, Drew? Is that on your shirt? Is that a group, or is that just God Killer? Like,
no, it's a band.
Deicide is a fucking metal group.
Oh, okay. Because that's like God Killer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or God Kill, or
Kill
God
all
Murder.
gods, that sort of a thing, yeah.
Or
Kill all the
even
gods.
God killing himself.
Yeah.
You should play the Radio Disney Deicide.
Oh, good God. Was it Homage for Satan?
I can't remember which one it was. It was fucking...
Dead by Dawn, that's it. Yeah.
Dead by Dawn, yes!
It's almost like jazz.
This because this is the Radio Disney version. So this is the Radio Disney version, and they've taken out all of the distortion.
I love the oh.
Oh. gets great here in a second. Dude, that steel guitar.
It sounds like fucking country.
Dude, I love it.
Book of the dead, pages found in human flesh, feasting the beast. From the blood the words were said, I am unseen. Dreamt the sacred passage aloud and trapped in a dream of the Necronomicon.
His face, he's obviously singing like that.
You go to the breakdown, like a little bit past halfway.
Blanket in fear, unknown to man, demons in fear, can they command?
Yes. Dead by dawn. Dead by dawn.
Oh, you want to hear
Dude,
that?
the part where they're fucking... They've got... It's so good.
Dead by dawn, dead by dawn, dead by dawn, dead by dawn.
Can you play the original just a little bit so Dark Matter has an idea of what the original sounded like? That's
Yeah,
the
that was the
Radio
first
Disney
album,
version.
too.
There's the guy that makes those videos is fucking epic.
Skip it a bit. So a little
A little bit
heavier.
different. Yeah.
Just a wee bit different.
Dude, that first album was so good. That there's a song on the first album. I think it's the best one they ever did. It's called "Carnage in the Temple of the Damned," and it's all about like Jim Jones and the
fuck
fucking
yeah.
like the poison Kool-Aid and all that stuff. Oh my god, that's really good.
Can you do me one more before I know we need to move on, but you got to do me one more favor. Can you play Megadeth Reggae?
Is it Radio Disney too?
It's by the same dude, but it's fucking just look up Megadeth Reggae. It pops right up. Dude, and they use his actual vocals too. Dude, when the chorus hits, it's so fucking perfect.
Watch people's hands unroll. Just like the Pied Piper, let rats through the streets. Dance like
Dude, that fucking pop pop.
swaying to the symphony of destruction.
Dude,
Good stuff.
Dude,
That
you
was
know,
really good.
when they
that
were
shit for fucking days. All those mix-ups they do of metal songs and like all that, dude, I could listen to it for fucking days. You guys
But
got to
did you
check
notice-
out Radio Disney and shit.
Did you notice when they were showing the audience, though, I did not see a single bald on the dance floor. Not one. And it pissed me off because that's racist.
Not really, because they could be black and bald or white and bald or
It's
whatever
racist.
color.
It's
Look
racist.
here.
That was just no, it's racist.
No, it's racist.
Vincent.
Vincent wins. Oh, fantastic.
Bald as a race.
Oh, it is a race. I will pick your prize out and hopefully remember to show it to
Yeah.
you before the end of the show.
It's his first
Congratulations.
time ever.
Really?
He just lost his virginity to me.
Oof. That's rough.
I love taking people's virginity.
All right, we are 11:24 right now.
I was obviously joking, TJ.
Yeah, I don't need the later audio. What you gave me was perfect. Thank you. I've been looking for something to replace that. That's racist, and I think you just fucking provided it. So, thank you.
What's up, Grant?
Congratulations. Is Grant there too?
Grant just
Dude, we've
plopped
got Monkey Fudge, we've got Chef, and we've got Grant.
Oh, dude, I think that's the best one. Blue Collar says bald is a social construct.
Huh. I like that.
Interesting. Got you some
So I can have as much hair as you.
So LGBT, the B stands for bald now.
Dude,
Nice.
Lesbian, gay, bald.
Finally getting the support I deserve.
L-ball GT, maybe the next fucking magic phrase.
Oh,
When
bald.
I'm not gonna feel good about myself until politicians start pandering to me. Then I'll know I made it.
Yeah, that's kind of a that's kind of that's where the bar is. Until they have a town hall where everyone's discussing your particular needs.
Oh, and then I'm gonna jump up and yell at everybody.
Not one bald has held the mic yet. Not one single bald.
Dude, that fucking still blows my mind that people think that's how you get through to others. It's like blocking traffic. Like, you think people are going to come to see it your way because you inconvenience them? Do you not know, like it's almost like a self-defeating prophecy. Like people are never going to understand us no matter how much we scream in their face. Like, no one's going to like that. No one's going to fucking like that. I've made this, like, we had someone a long time ago that was a transgender fan, and I'm totally fucking fine with it. It was the first woman we've ever had on this podcast, by the way. First female. Whatever. First girl, first fucking, like, ever.
Mm-hmm.
And that person had a huge issue with basically me saying I didn't want to feel like I was walking on eggshells and broken glass every time that the subject came up. I just wanted to be able to speak my mind, even though it's not coming from like any kind of hateful place. You know what I mean? It's not. You do you. But if you are gonna impose like 10,000 rules and restrictions on me when I'm trying to talk to you about this topic or just in my everyday life or whatever, you're not gonna catch any like, oh my God, you're totally right. Every little thing I do is wrong. Please tell me how I should live my entire fucking life. Get the fuck out of here. You're being unrealistic. That's not how you get people.
Yeah, that's just dumb.
Bro, even fucking fish require some bait on the hook. You can't just be like, bite the hook, you cunt. That doesn't fucking work. Jesus, like, be the slightest bit fucking smart. And then, if you're gonna throw bait, by the way, don't make it fucking totally unrealistic shit. Like fucking free healthcare. Don't say free. It's not free healthcare. It's fucking tax here and there to pay for fucking healthcare. But also don't be the idiot that's like, government healthcare would suck. Then they get to decide who's a priority. Yeah, that's what private insurance is, you fucking idiot. They already do that, and they take a cut for it. So...
and figure out ways to not pay you.
Yeah, if you're scared the government is going to dole out insurance as they see fit, do you not have a problem with the private insurance that does the same exact fucking thing? Like, where are you people coming from, like, mentally, that you cannot understand the fucking, like, the difference is actually a same difference? God. just dealing with like the government fucks everything up. They'd surely fuck up healthcare. Dude, the private sector fucks up all kinds of shit all the fucking time, including your fucking healthcare, and you're fine with it. Just like, okay, as long as it's not the government taking my food. No. I'm talking specifically about people I've dealt with, like via like Facebook or back and forths. It like with people that don't fucking understand that private insurance is not there to keep you healthy. So if your fucking fear of government insurance is that it won't keep you healthy enough, it should be the same fear for your fucking private insurance. They are not there. Dude, like I said, my dad is going into a long care term. The first thing they do on long care term insurance, 90 to 180 day waiting period. Now, what do you think that waiting period is for? So they can get their paperwork in order? Or do you think it's that they hope you fucking die so they don't have to pay out anything so they can keep as much money as possible? Now, how is that any worse than the government trying anything? Like, even if the government fucks it up, at least they're not, like, supposed to not do it for a fucking financial gain. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm curious just because we're on the issue of healthcare and even, like, the Medicare for All stuff. I'm kind of curious, did you guys happen to see with Warren, the stuff that's come out with her? She put out her plan?
Yeah, I have not looked into the plan, so I don't know if I feel qualified to fucking talk about it.
Dark Matter, have you seen any of it?
I've just heard a few things. I don't know any of the specifics. I heard it was like $20 trillion or something like that over 10 years.
52 trillion over 10 years, and it's not supposed to ram a dime in taxes on anyone who makes less than $1 billion.
Less than $1 billion?
Yeah, when she was pressed on it, she
so
said,
it's got to basically tax the shit out of billionaires, which is not like a terrible idea. I guess.
No, I think it's a horrible idea, but it's even just tax on the billionaires. But she originally said it wouldn't raise a penny in taxes on the middle class, and then when she was pressed on it, she said it doesn't affect anybody who makes less than $1 billion, which is so mathematically impossible.
Yeah, that doesn't seem right. Look, here. I'm not trying to take away your private insurance or that option. Like, fine. But to say like for example, I don't have insurance right now. I work. There are, and it doesn't matter if I fucking have a problem. I don't even have insurance to turn me down when I need them, which is what happens for a lot of people. When you need them, they fucking try and skate their way around it. Now, if that is like, you're like, that is the best fucking possible scenario. We just have to learn to live with that and love it. Like, you're get the fuck out of here. I don't have to love that shit.
Right.
Oh, God, it's hard to concentrate right now.
Yeah, they said to play this in the back.
No, it's good. But the fact is, like, the government fucks all kinds of shit up. You are absolutely right. Like, I'm not saying the government would get it fucking perfect, but the idea that the government couldn't at least offer something that is comparable is fucking ridiculous. Maybe what we need to do is take baby steps, and we'll just say, like, if you would like to pay higher taxes to get government freaking insurance for shit, for medical and whatever, you can do that, and we'll let people take baby steps and make their own fucking decisions about, like, oh, I'm paying an arm and a leg. Dude, even when I did get insurance from my job, it was I paid a pretty stiff amount every paycheck, and out of that, they would only cover 40%. So if I had a $10,000 hospital bill, they would cover $4,000, and I would still be responsible for the other $6,000.
Really?
I don't have that fucking kind of money to begin with. That's why I'm paying you out of my fucking paycheck for this half-ass insurance that really doesn't do dick for me anyway. What's the difference between me not paying the hospital $6,000 and me not paying the hospital $10,000? You know what I mean? Like, it's not really that much of a difference in the big scheme of things. It certainly doesn't mean shit to me if I'm in need of something. What it does do is prevent people from getting, like, preventative care, screenings, shit that could actually help them in the long term, that is something that only happens if you have really great insurance and you don't mind coming out of pocket for a lot of stuff, because they don't care about putting you up for screenings, because that just costs them money and might cost them more money if they find something. And when it's we've had this discussion before. I'll wrap it up quick. When it's profit based, you can be guaranteed that the money is all they fucking care about. You look at insurance companies, they're not making like, oh well, our CEO made $250,000 last year, which is plenty of money to do whatever you need to do as the CEO. No, it's like $25 million, and where do you get that money? That money didn't just fucking appear. It's literally all the extra money that you took from people without paying out. And what's the fucking point of insurance if it's not to fucking like put out what you fucking get in? And so on a private scale, you want to go for it. You want to do it yourself. In other countries like Sweden and fucking UK or whatever, you can still have private insurance. It's not outlawed.
Right.
You can still have it, but you fucking got your goddamn basic coverage if you need it. But you pay your higher taxes for it. So just be honest. Just say, look, we're all going to pay more, but you'll be looked at better after. And if you don't fucking, if you're too dumb to look into it and figure out that that's a decent fucking idea, then keep overpaying for something that doesn't want to be there for you when you need it.
Well, there's a couple of things here. One, just real quick to what you said. If I had the option, and if it stayed the option, which is one of the things that would worry me in that, if you had like a public option, for instance, or whatever for healthcare, and I could opt out of it and I didn't have to pay for it, but in the alternative, I actually had like true, actual free market healthcare, I would opt out of it. But my thing is, my big concern would be, am I actually going to be able to opt out of it? Like originally,
so let's say they give you
just real quick. Originally, when Social Security was put forth by FDR, originally people were supposed to be able to opt out. And even then, the tax was like 1% or something like that. If I could opt out of Social Security right now, I absolutely would. And I would save all the money that the government takes through Social Security. But if I would actually be able to opt out, and if I opt out, by the way, I can't get on it. If something happens, I lose my insurance, I can't just get on it. I should be able to use the thing, is what I'm saying.
Sure. So the reason that like
that was one point.
I think opting out.
Sorry, real quick. The second point was, it says a lot about the chat that I actually have to show girls bouncing their asses while we're talking about an actual important.
I don't blame them. And not only that, but we've covered this shit before. But so as an option so let's say that we made it an option for you to have government healthcare or private healthcare, and we also gave the option of like, look, if you want additional care on top of what the government offers, you can freaking pay for that. So you just pay your taxes and then the little additional to the private. So they cover anything above what the government covers or whatever, what the government healthcare covers. Because here's the thing, like you're worried about them taking away the option, like in the UK and all these other socialist countries or whatever, they've had this for a while. And the option is not like, it's not gone away.
Right.
And while you may have complaints here and there, you also have success stories of like, I broke my arm and it didn't fucking like bankrupt me.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree with you. My only thing is, I know at least in Canada, they had to actually amend their laws to allow for private insurance. But my more concern, like directly right now, is 3 of the 4 front runners for the Democrats right now support a plan that abolishes private insurance.
They'll never fucking, dude.
Well, I'm saying that's
Obama originally fucking said single payer.
Well, he wanted a public option. He wanted a public option under.
No. Obama originally wanted single fucking payer, and then caved until it was finally like the fucking Karl Rove idea of fucking how this shit should be run. And then when he adopted the Republican idea, that was too far left for the Republicans. Okay, I remember this shit clearly as fuck.
That's fine. I'll grant you absolutely all of that. But the reality is the Sanders plan for Medicare for All, which Elizabeth Warren and Kamala Harris also support, along with some of the others. Like I know Biden supports a public option, but you would be able to opt out of that. You can still have private insurance.
Bro,
and that kind of
Biden.
stuff. But
if Biden is elected, he won't do dick.
Okay, I believe it. My concern is Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren will do what they propose, or at least try to push what they propose, which would, I think, be way worse for the entire situation if they actually were to get that through. In my with my political
dude,
leanings.
when a president fucking comes through and actually does what the fuck they propose when they're running for president, I'll fucking do a backflip. That's it's not. It's a bunch of shit that they think their constituents or voters want to fucking hear. The wall is a big one for fucking Trump.
Right.
Like dick has happened with the wall. A bunch of talk and we're like puffing up chests about the wall and funding for the wall, but no real wall has been put up. He's been in office. He's about to go up for a 3-year fucking election.
Mm-hmm.
He's been in office for long enough to have made something happen if he really cared about it. He don't care. He don't care. It's just a fucking talking point for dipshits that think that he thinks that's what they want to fucking hear. And the same is going on for the left.
Okay, so I mean, that's interesting because I'm saying, like, do you think, like, for instance, Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren, that their Medicare for All plan that Bernie has been pushing through, like, the Senate and Congress and stuff, do you think that is just talk for them, or do you think that they will actually?
No, they might try, but it's the same as Trump is trying. Hey, I want to build a wall. I said I would build a wall, and they're like, oh, well, we're not going to just give you unlimited funding for that. And then it gets caught up and fucking nothing really happens. Well, it's the same shit that'll happen when they fucking try and push through fucking like fully government insurance and free college and all that shit. It's great talking points, like for people that want that kind of shit, or, you know, even if there might be wealthy fucking people that think like, yeah, I don't see why they can have, you can go through college in a lot of countries without going into fucking like millions of dollars of debt. And if you want a smart society, that's probably what the direction you want to go. You don't want to fucking make it so that people have to work off an education for fucking half of the rest of their lives. You know, like that makes pretty common sense. But you don't just go like free. Like that's not how it goes either. Just say like, look, we maybe deal with fucking student loan debt a different way. Maybe we fucking, I mean, there's 1,000 different ways to go about it smarter than just saying like everything free without fucking going into any details other than billionaires going to pay for it. Right. Again, I'm fucking Democrats are so fucking weak.
Just real quick, and I absolutely want to get Dark Matter's thoughts on all this.
Yes.
I would say one thing that's a little bit different is Trump building a border wall that's estimated to be like $5-6 billion or whatever. Either way, is not the same thing. Low estimate. Yeah, low estimates. Let's say high estimates, 20, 25, 50 billion.
It would be more than that. The high estimates are more like 40, 45.
That's what I said. So $50 billion. Let's say high estimates. Okay, for Medicare for All, Bernie's plan is $3 trillion in additional federal spending every year. So that's almost doubling the federal budget. And the reason that it's a bit more of a concern is because a lot of Americans want it. And I don't even necessarily hold it against them because the current system does suck. And this is the only solution that's actually even somewhat being offered that's gained mainstream attention. But I think it is more like a likely thing, especially even after Obamacare made it.
Trump just shot down fucking lowering goddamn medicine prices, prescription drug prices. Like just shot that shit down. Like, and when you're,
what's the significance
when you're on expensive fucking medications and insurance is fucking like, by the way, if insurance has to cover expensive medications, do you think they're just going to give you a real low rate? No, because you're costing them money. They're going to raise your fucking rate.
Right. Well,
like with the pre-existing condition thing. Trump even realized the pre-existing condition thing. So many people are dealing with that we're going to keep that part. That aspect of Obamacare will stick around. The rest of it we'll get rid of.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No, but I'm saying like, what does that what does that have to do with like the amount of the amount of support for Medicare for All, the amount of spending that it would take an increase? That's actually something that's realistic to happen if an Elizabeth Warren or Bernie Sanders were to become president. That's actually
I don't think it's any more realistic than the wall being built before Trump goes up for re-election. I think it's a bunch of fucking bravado talk that will not pass through, and even if it does, will be challenged to a fucking like such a ridiculous degree. As I said, Obama, when campaigning, was up for the single payer system, which is essentially the same fucking thing. You pay the government, they pay your fucking medical costs, you higher taxes, and that got shot down and shot down and shot down and shot down, and to the degree where he's like, how about we give a public option?
Dark matter?
Like it's something that politicians just say. I'm sorry, dark matter, go ahead.
I know I've said this before, but I think it's worth repeating. What scares me is that we think that this is a good idea, right, to do what we just did right now. But what scares me is that we're training our brains to hear coctopus yell about insurance every time we see a nice ass. That is not a world I want to live in. I do not want to look at a nice ass and hear coctopus.
Ruining erections across the fucking globe.
I never thought of it that way, dark matter.
Oh, but you will next time you see a nice jiggly ass in front of you. You're gonna think, fucking coctopus, I can't stop thinking about goddamn medicine and
Do you
economics.
know what my premiums are? Fucking
He's like, God damn it, I only got the silver plan. I better be careful during this fuck session.
It'd be like Clockwork Orange. Like when he sees violence, he starts associating fucking violence with like sickness. It's gonna be the same thing now.
How about a bit of the old in and out? All right, enough of this shit. Let's move on with it. I'm sorry, guys. It's a hot topic. Politics are hot right now. I've tried to, we've tried to keep our nose out of it. Dude, we all have our opinions of it.
Yeah, and that's fine.
Certainly, I don't think that. I want to make it clear that I don't have a plan. I have ideas. I do not have some like laid out plan, and for someone to even propose they have a plan, I think is at the same time naive and impressive. Like, you took the time to do it, but the idea that you think that it's going to work this way, it like shows your naivete as well. So and Trump did that. Nobody knew like fucking healthcare was this complicated. Yes, we fucking did. You idiot! They've been talking about it for decades. You
Every
tried to
time
simplify
Trump says
it,
nobody,
and then
he means him.
Huh?
Every time Trump says nobody, he means him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
and I'll wrap it up with this, and we'll move on. My thing is, like, I don't think it hurts to every once in a while have a fucking back and forth on a political thing.
No!
In between dildo and saxophone playing sunflowers dancing, I think we can get a few fucking.
Not only that, but the dildo and sunflower dancing doesn't like, it's entertaining, but it doesn't ever like really change my mind. I will tell you this: Drew and Dark Matter have made me see perspectives because I respect them. And hopefully you guys respect us like we respect you, but I respect these guys. And when they give me something to think about, like, I find myself thinking about it a lot and researching it. And I change my mind more because of these guys that I have a weekly interaction with than any amount of fucking like libtard fucking comments or any of that shit. That doesn't do anything for me. It just, what does it for me is having people I respect like give a good back and forth and at least make me understand a little bit of where they're coming from. And oftentimes it's things I haven't thought of. I'm only one man. I can only think so much. Seeing someone else's perspective is like a monumental thing that I think a lot of people overlook. Mm-hmm. And with that being said, quoting Joe there, let's move on. Tech. You can kill the music.
Yeah,
it's pointless.
God
it's
damn,
a flashlight that creates so much heat it can cook eggs and start fires.
It's what some people would call a laser.
Huh. And if you shine it in someone's eyes?
Look at it. It's burning a fucking phone.
This thing is practically a lightsaber, Dark Matter.
It's fucking just starting fire. You better hope you don't accidentally click it on in your backpack.
Wow. Was he just trying to burn a church?
That's actually, that was pretty funny. Give you that.
Honestly, that's probably the only situation. Not here when he starts. Okay, this is probably the only situation where this is actually useful, though. Can you think of one other situation where this would actually be useful?
Bro, I guarantee you it would be a fuck of a lot cheaper to keep a lighter or some matches.
What kind of batteries does this thing use?
It's
Jesus
probably
Christ.
normal batteries. They just use an old school bulb that produces a fuckload of heat.
Oh wow, he actually is cooking an egg with it.
Cooking eggs.
I was
But then
wondering what
those
that was.
batteries can't last very long then.
It's
Look
a
at that,
bright
how
ass
bright
light.
that is.
Yeah, it's super bright.
Probably not.
when
What the fuck care? Do they care how many batteries you buy after you're dumb enough to buy their $55 flashlight or
Have you
however
ever
much it fucking costs?
But have you ever looked at your fucking like Samsung Galaxy and thought like, man, I wish I had a flashlight that could burn a hole through the lens of this?
Yeah. Fucking absolutely retarded. Look, you can start fires with simple paper, like the things.
Look at
you
that.
have
He's
in your-
lit up a whole fucking neighborhood.
I fucking doubt that this is the same flashlight.
Let's
Look
see.
at that.
Hold on.
This is-
It looks like there's a delay in like. It looks like two different lights come on. Hold on. Oh no, maybe he just
Yeah.
moves it. If that is the light, that is
No.
impressive.
Whatever. That's not it. That you can't create that many lumens and that much heat on fucking batteries.
Well, what batteries does this take?
Dude, it looks like it takes fucking C batteries, maybe D batteries. It certainly doesn't take a fucking, heavy machinery fucking starter battery or
Well, let's
whatever.
look it up. What is this thing called?
It's called the flashlight that'll burn a hole in your backpack.com.
Okay. Wickedly bright. The flash torch.
Flash torch. Oh, that's right. They call them torches over there, overseas.
Yeah, fags.
This is how you defend yourself in the UK.
40. Oi, bruv, you got your license for your flash
you
torch?
just threw acid in me face. I might burn you with me flashlight. Crikey.
All right,
Torch.
it's 4,100 lumens. That's a lot for a flashlight.
What's a regular flashlight?
By the way, if you don't know what a lumen is isn't it a candlelight at a mile or something like that?
I don't know.
There's a weird way that lumens are measured. I think maybe the candle at a mile is just the extent of the human eyesight. I think it's more like 3 miles.
Yeah,
I just had a
it's not-
brilliant.
Okay, I'm sorry. It says for a 60-watt light, like just a regular house light, right? That's 840 lumens.
Oh, okay.
So about roughly
Four
four
times?
times as much as that.
Huh. I just had a great idea for a weapon. Instead of a lightsaber, light nunchucks. Huh?
Yeah, or the bars.
Yeah, we haven't had bars in a while, but you just fucking earned them, sir.
Here you go.
No, the light nunchucks could be
It's $200. Like I said, expensive as fuck.
$200.
That's for the 100-watt version. Where they get more expensive? They got a
That's
fucking.
how you charge it? Holy shit.
There's a 100-watt. Do they
So
have
it's a
200
special
watt?
battery.
Do they have a 200-watt, Drew? Tell me. Right next to the price. Up. Next to the price, yeah.
Oh,
65 watt. All right, so this one's $159.
For like half the lumens almost.
This one won't start fires. You got to spend the $200 to get the fire started. Fucking shit. How about a flashlight with a fucking flint on it?
I actually used to love back in the day. You would buy like the Rambo knives. You unscrewed the handle. It had like a fish hook and the line and the matches.
Dude,
Remember that?
I had one that had the
still
base
have
of it.
one.
The base of it was a fucking magnifying glass, so you could start fires.
In a compass.
Yeah,
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And now you got to fucking have like goddamn. What you need is a super LED fire starting $200 flashlight. You dumb fucking piece of shit.
I was telling the
No,
girlfriend the
no,
other day.
statute of limitations. Statute of limitations. It's been like 2 minutes since I'm.
I'm just sizing up for the next one. I'll give you a free pass. Man, you're really concerned
Look at
about that.
Jesus Christ. This poor guy, he's like, I've gone 2 shows without the bars. I'm going to keep it that way. Don't worry, I could burn my way out of here with my new fucking $200 flashlight.
No, but I was telling the girlfriend the other day because I got a new cell phone, or like a newer version of my own old cell phone. Anyways, it comes preloaded like with a compass app. just like how bizarre the concept is. Like, where am I going to be that I'm going to use the compass app?
You might. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah, but I'm saying like
Lost in the woods with fucking 92% battery life on your cell phone.
Where's my fucking compass to get out of here,
dude? My compass app. I don't have reception to text, but my compass app. Honestly, that's the one. That's the one time you don't have reception. You're lost because the compass app, I believe, works on the on that little, like, they have a little bubble level in every phone.
Yeah. If you could use the compass app to pinpoint a landmark that you know is, north or whatever, and then turn it off and just use the landmark as north.
I guess it's like a car though. It takes so much power to turn it back on and off.
Yeah.
What is it? They say if you're like idling in your car, it's like 4 minutes or something like that, idling in your car versus the gas and power it takes to fucking start the car.
Oh, wow.
So if you're going to be less than 4 minutes, don't bother turning it off. I might be slightly off on that, but it's something close to that.
That sounds like
you can't, in case you guys don't know this, you can't just take everything I say as gospel. You have to take it with a grain of salt. I might be slightly off. I smoke and drink a lot.
There you go. There's your disclaimer, you sons of bitches.
Yes.
When you're a metalhead and nothing scares you.
I like it. I like it.
Dude, I fucking love that shit. That dude reminds me of my buddy Franz, who was, I didn't even call him a singer for his band. He was a vocal contortionist. That man could make his voice sound like fucking anything. It was awesome. And he got deported back to Germany. Poor bastard.
See, that's what a Nazi would look like if they won the war. The books would just burn themselves.
Here it is. Thanks, Dark Matter.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm glad
I didn't size that up for nothing.
I didn't do nothing. I'm not supposed to be here.
I said the same thing last time, bro, but let's be honest, I deserved it. Next.
Having a real bad day.
Talk about a bad day that just turned into a good one. 74-year-old hit.
You remember this?
Dude, this is with like a fake commentary over top, and I fucking love it.
Hiker has been found alive after being struck by lightning, attacked by a grizzly bear, attacked by a pack of raccoons, and bit by a rattlesnake. She's going to be just fine. We are getting breaking news, though. The mechanics on this helicopter, we are having some issues. What is going on here, guys? Get her in there, for God's sake. We are live in Skyfox 1, and this situation is taking a turn for the worse. I don't know if the pilot went
What is this, fucking Dan Rather?
out last night or what's going on. This poor girl is trying to be rescued. Little did she know she's signing up to train to go to the fucking moon. Wow, I feel like this is a scene out of Apollo 13. This is not good at all. She is spinning uncontrollably. I mean, this is like the zipper at the carnival. It is safe to say, Peter, this girl is going to be very dizzy. She's had a bad day, and look at this. The pilots are just going to say, fuck it, and they're going to just drag her along.
Jesus.
But what do you do in that situation? You can't pull her up or she'll fucking whack into the goddamn wheels.
At that point, she's probably hoping that the wire snaps and she just plummets to her death.
Dude, like, you can't lower her or she'll fucking hit some shit. Like, she's just in a free spin right here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible. This is where you hope that the wounds from the grizzly bear and the rattlesnake bite just take you.
And the raccoons.
Yeah, them raccoons are the worst. Fucking fantastic.
Let's see if we got another quick one here. Savage Bunny.
This is a real homie right here. Look, homie done passed away, and he ain't leaving his side. Hey, homie. I know it probably hurts, bro, but you gotta get out the road, G. Get out the road. I know. Damn, homie. Oh, man, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I just know I didn't do it. Just know I didn't do it, G. Man, I'm sorry, homie. Fuck, bro. Damn, you ain't leaving your homie side, bro? Oh, man, that's sad, G. Fuck, that's sad. Oh, what you been doing? What you doing? You humping the nigga? God damn, you a savage.
At least that makes you feel a little better in the takeaway of it.
It was so sad. It's like sad and hilarious at the same fucking time. Oh god.
Oh damn.
Motherfucker's like, no.
Cernian went from "fuck you, that is sick" to "LOL" in like 0.2 seconds. That shows you what kind of video we're talking about. I mean, it is still sick, but the dude didn't. He felt bad. The rabbit, you know, if you came across a dead rabbit in the road and this fucking buddy rabbit was not leaving his side,
yeah,
like, and you don't want him to get hit, it's fucking sad. But like, what do? You try and like get him out of the fucking road, and you move the friggin', you know, body out of the road. But the rabbit starts fucking. What are you supposed to do? That is pretty savage. Pretty fucking savage. I'm gonna give you guys this opportunity right now. I would love to see DM's God's Gift to Women Streamlabs right now. I would fucking love that. I apologize. When we come back, I would love to fucking see that.
I'm gonna take the man out of bars. I'm gonna take him out of bars.
I'll be good. I'll be good.
Yeah.
All right, now look,
we'll see.
Chris, Chef, you guys are coming in after this.
Well, Fudge wants to. He said he has company. He wants to wait until maybe next week or something in the future.
Okay, that's fine. Chef, if you're still down, or if your internet's acting up, we can postpone this till next week. It doesn't bother us one bit. Whenever you guys are ready. I just know it's been a while, and we love having you on.
I was gonna be on my best behavior, but if any of them are coming on, then fuck it.
All right, we'll be back.
All right, let us know, Chef. We'll be right back after these messages.
Fucking boom. Let's do this third hour bullshit.
Let's do it. Hoping to hear the new Streamlabs. It is, of course, open. We still have one of the 2 magic phrases available. Please check that out. Or be ready to win your prize if you're a patron. And I guess we're just going to move right on to content. I want to give you third hour people some fucking content. Give us a big fat thumbs up for Straight Into Content episode 250. If you've made it this goddamn far.
TV
All of you
weatherman is fighting
motherfuckers.
back.
Oh, sorry. All right. This is a weatherman fired for using racial slur.
This
TV
is
weatherman
fucking
is fighting
pathetic.
back after he was fired for something he said on live TV. He says he didn't say it, but to many...
Oh, are we going to bring Chef in?
Oh, yeah. Bring Chef. Sorry.
Shit. Just a second, buddy.
Let me just tell you, Halloween, when you're the parent of twin 1-year-olds, is fantastic. They don't eat hardly any of the candy.
Fudge says, remember when you said that this wasn't going to exist in X amount of years, Drew? What, the show? The show, well, I mean, obviously in X amount of years it's not going to exist, and neither are any of us. So, how about that, sir? I call that a checkmate.
Honestly, 5 years, we're coming up on 5 years. I think it's pretty fucking impressive.
Yeah.
The title of this story is pretty much, could also be the title of my entire existence on this show.
Not really.
By the way.
Not really. When you think about it, not really.
All right,
No.
you guys hear me?
Yeah, there he is.
What?
Yeah.
Hello? Are you there? You kids in your
I'm
goddamn
there.
fandangled entertainment.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I got into a back and forth with someone who claimed that video games were as bad as letting your kids play video games was as bad as handing them drugs. and I literally I was like, video games are just an escape from reality. That's why they don't have a whole lot of popular games like mow the lawn and buy groceries.
Actually,
he's like, is alcohol and drugs are escape from reality too? It's like, bro, you're literally on Facebook doing this to escape reality right now. Right now. Escaping reality. Reality can often be boring,
Hi, Chad.
fucking and frustrating. To escape it is not a bad thing, you fucking weirdo.
That's kind of like the point.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up with video games, and look how I turned out.
Oh, never
I
mind.
take it all back. Chef, welcome, sir, and we salute you, our commander and chef.
I would salute, but I'm holding root beer.
You just say
How
you
the hell
saluted. We
is
can't even
that an
see you.
excuse?
I have to be honest. All right.
No, you're God.
Besides,
Dark.
I was in the army. Okay, I know protocol. The SOP is if you're holding a root beer, you don't have to salute a superior officer.
Well, it's official. We all hate the military now.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe in general that's true, but chef should command your respect.
Chef's worthy of your respect.
Do it now, Mr. Honesty. Fucking salute.
All
Put
right,
your
I'm
fucking root beer
saluted.
down.
I saluted.
It's a
I
private.
heard it.
It's a
I
private
heard the
matter.
salute. Oh,
You hear the...
Jesus. Private matter. Good
Anyways,
God.
What the fuck are you gonna do to me? Corporal punishment?
I know what Drew could do. I know exactly what he could do.
Can I dishonorably
You'd have Godsey
discharge
doing this.
him from the fucking stream?
There's not even a kernel of a good joke in there.
No, you could, Drew. There's an honest thing you'd be doing to him. You have Godsey be going.
Oh yeah,
Adam.
fucking. We haven't done that one in a while.
But Ghazi
either.
might have to be over you. Is that okay? If
Wait,
Ghazi was on top of you, would you be all right with that?
Gazi can go way over there.
Oh.
Way over there.
Which one is it?
You guys never asked me if I approve of Chef being on this show.
I can never remember.
Yes, like you have a say on who comes on this show there, DM.
Dude. Demgazi.
Christ. Are we ready for this? This is a weatherman
let's-
fired for using a racial slur.
I've been waiting forever.
Any of those watching, it sure sounded like he uttered an ugly racial slur. Les Trent has the details.
Couple of shots of some cold air heading our way.
A TV meteorologist is fighting for his professional life today after he says he was unfairly fired for making a flub on live TV. Jeremy Capel says he got tongue-tied during a broadcast and uttered what sounded like an offensive racial slur.
Martin Luther King Jr. Park.
Viewers in Rochester, New York were stunned.
Oh, that was a mistake.
Social media
that was
it.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
Honest mistake.
Yeah.
This guy needs to be fired. What are you reading? The fucking Facebook comments from like
tweets.
The easily offended dude.
I remember the last time this happened. It was like a couple of years ago, where they basically had an entire montage of people fucking that up.
God,
I mean,
I remember
some
that.
of the comments are, "What was said was racist and willful." Point blank.
Oh my god, dude! It was an obvious flub. I mean, it was unfortunate.
Obvious fucking Trump voter. God,
where's your MAGA hat, faggot? That's going to be the next fucking tweet. Jesus Christ! Yeah, I mean it obviously is. I would imagine their thing, like, because that Martin Luther Coon used to be like a word used by segregationists back in like the civil rights era.
Dude,
to like
you're not allowed to tell me about the word coon, Drew. After you freaking so happily.
Here we go.
Made fun of me for telling you that coon was racist here in Florida, and you're like, "No, I'm just." What did you call it?
No. The term coon is racist here. Coon ass is someone that's a Cajun, like someone from Louisiana.
Oh, so saying you're a coon ass motherfucker is totally different than saying you're a coon ass motherfucker.
Okay, so the word coon by itself is racist. The word coon ass is not, just like the word raccoon.
Is it spelled COONASS?
I've never spelt it in a sentence, Tej.
I want to go on the record to say I'm voluntarily opting out of this conversation.
No, okay, Vincent.
I'm opting in for this conversation. We must get to the bottom of this.
Vincent says still racist, Drew. Dude, here it's not even intended to be a black person from Louisiana. It's actually meant more predominantly for white dudes that are like live in the swamps of Louisiana.
I totally understand what you're talking about. I am also here in the South. I don't think it's meant to be racist or whatever, but like, okay. So if I say you're bald to dark matter, that's an insult. But if I say you're a bald ass, like it doesn't all of a sudden become like, oh, that's an endearing term that we just call like bald people. I'll just put ass on the end of everything, right?
Well,
Spick ass.
No, because
what?
No, but it's I'm just saying like the usage. I understand what you're saying, and I understand why that would make sense to a lot of people. But the usage is different.
I totally get that. Like it's just the terminology like around there, and there's no people like it's the same kind of people that are going to get upset about this weatherman misspeaking or whatever are going to be the same people that can't understand that there are terminologies and whatever that like don't mean like I hate you because I use this term.
Yeah, but dude, these are probably the same types of people that actually think like anytime someone does this, it's a white power sign.
One of the best trolls by 4chan ever.
Okay.
Dude, yeah, I mean it's like I understand or like the argument that white supremacist groups are starting to use that or whatever to mean white power is like, okay, well maybe, sure, whatever. But you can't just point to any time anyone ever does this in any context and say, dog whistle. That's what it was. Like this guy, this weatherman, willful. You think the weather guy is trying to give like racist code words to people?
Hold on. Ass.
Jesus Christ.
What?
Vincent says
Fucking
about
racist, TJ.
Vincent says about the term coon-ass. He says, "Drew, say that word in front of a crowd of black people, see if they don't get mad." If that's our bar for what is racist, then I just don't know what to tell you. Sorry, like I guess
TJ,
a lot of shit's gonna be racist.
If a donkey kicked you, would you call it an ass?
Axe?
Ass.
Bars?
Thank you.
Bars.
If you have to do too many follow-ups asking a question, it's just
when I have to make you clarify
Ghazi. Oh yeah, no, I'm like Ghazi's okay. That's fine. I feel a little bit better now.
Put Ghazi in the cell with him.
No,
dude, you can't look. Everybody knows you can't put a bald ass with a coon ass, and have
Jesus Christ, TJ, come on, man.
We crossed some lines
here. Now
that's racist.
Yeah, that's fucked up, dude.
Oh, now it's racist all of a sudden. What the fuck?
Yes, it is.
I take it back. I don't understand this at all.
Because Ghazi is not a Cajun from Louisiana.
Oh, but he's super. He's
a
pretty
self-gender loving.
I don't know, guys.
How a man.
He's pretty spicy, if you ask me.
Oh Jesus,
dude!
What was the name? What was the name of Ghazi's channel? Because I haven't heard anything from that dude in like.
The latest thing that I heard was one of the AIU videos in which Ghazi went on to Jordan. No, not. It was what the fuck is that guy's name? That
Jordan Peterson.
Welcome everybody. Fuck, is that black guy?
Dude, that's pretty racist, Chef. I'm gonna have to put my foot down here.
Jesse Lee Peterson.
Jesse Lee Peterson. Thank you.
God, Jordan Peterson and Jesse Lee Peterson are so different, but yet so the same.
I was getting mixed up with It's been a while, okay? Fucking hell. I was at work and I came here.
What are you doing? My tongue don't work right, but I still do radio.
I came here literally from work.
I found his channel. This is one of the videos I just happened to see.
Oh wow. Okay.
And there's a child.
And it's an hour and 43 minutes.
Bro, apparently he's doing live streams because every video I see here is over an hour.
Can you just play one? Play one Jesus. And skip to 47 minutes in.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Just for no particular reason. Just 47 minutes.
47
Ghazi Koto, the black man. Yeah, black power.
Ghazi, you already see the title. It's crazy. It's crazy. Oh my God, Fantasia. She's out here telling women to submit. Hospital is a nurse.
Oh, how could you listen to that for 2 hours?
No, the reason I want 47 minutes in is because he's got to lose energy by then.
I don't think Ghazi ever loses.
The facade has to start going.
No.
And I have to answer so much. When I come home, I just want my man running the shit because I can't. I need a rest. And my mother told me how being a.
Hold on.
He just wants his man to run the train on him.
This is one of the best things about being able to do something like this is you can pull up their Chad. I want to see what the Chad is saying in this live stream here.
Oh God, I hope nobody's doing this to us.
Let's see. Just because I'm curious.
He might have heavily moderated it. So.
Home made her a better leader at work, and being a leader at work made her a better follower at home. And my mother was in beautiful relationships. Men didn't treat her wrong. This man that I saw her be submissive to or follow is my stepdaddy, my dad, who I love dearly, who is a good man. And you know why I was so pissed off at the sister before that said, if you make less...
Wait, stepdad? Does your dad want anything to do with you? Does his dad want anything to do with him? With the same gender of a man?
All I know is the Pope secretly worships a black woman archetype while the world worships him.
It's literally the last comment on there. Question and then a shrug.
What's up? Okay.
Dark matter, you know exactly what it is. You and Ghazi are very close, as we can see in the bottom left corner. Yeah, okay, enough.
Yeah,
Ghazi. All right, so what happened? The guy accidentally said coon instead of king.
Vent their outrage. That's a shameful slip. This is awful, for real. Even the mayor weighed in and pulled no punches. It is beyond unacceptable that this occurred. There must be real consequences for the news personality involved.
Real consequences.
Yeah. You know what that almost reminds me of? The fucking Zuckerberg Capitol Hill thing. When they were like hounding him like that. That is. That, like the
dark matter lives every day in like just a dream, like a la la land, wedded bliss, fairy tale, straight out of a Disney storybook. The prince kissed her and she woke up. She's living happily ever after. Huh. Wow. Okay.
Dear Great and Wonderful Dictatorship, I would like to respectfully request that you release Dark Matter 2525 from his birth in exchange for this money. Thank you, equal.
This pleases me,
No.
Victor.
No. I respectfully decline your release for the beef of a Baldetta fucker from prison.
But
fuck him.
But I'm going to release Beat for Baldetta. All right, but here's what I'm going to do.
You guys are so fucking clumsy. I love it though. It's cute.
Here's what I'm going to do. He's going to have a parole officer, and that parole officer's name is Ghazi.
Yeah.
And he's going to keep him in line.
Mm-hmm.
For about 5 minutes till Dark Matter ends up right back in this fucking bar.
Hey, can you give me Drew, can you give me a B graphic that I can spray paint around the chat, around the podcasts?
Jesus, did Vince get it twice?
Twice. That's why I laughed. Vincent got it twice.
Wow, man, when you lose your virginity, you suddenly become a real slut, Vincent.
Dude, I have a hard time believing Vince has never won anything before.
I just turned Vincent into a slut.
No, Vince, you have won shit before. Don't you lie.
I think he means the magic phrases.
Okay.
Because it's really hard, especially with the people that have really
Well,
good
Vince, you
internet
can go for the hat trick if you get the highest fucking Streamlabs in this show. And honestly, I'll just send it all to you in one big fucking box. Actually, I can only send some of it to you in a box. I'm gonna probably end up sending the frame to Drew, or at least an SD card, so he can load it full of all the shit he has on his end.
Do you still have the Boopoly?
Oh, absolutely.
Ah.
That's right.
Ah.
I don't know if hold on. Get my hand.
Somewhere over there.
No, right there.
Yeah.
That is Boopoly, sir.
A friend of mine actually looked at me when I was buying that at Walmart, and he's just like, "Are you literally spending $20 on that thing?"
Well, it was $20 well spent because I decided I like it. So
immediately I was like, "This is podcast material right there."
Fuck yeah, man! Are you kidding me? Although next time, buy a $5 game and send it to me and put the other $15 in Streamlabs. No,
if they
seriously,
have a $5 Monopoly, I'll definitely do that for you, TJ.
Dude, what was the other one you sent me?
Bibleopoly.
Bibleopoly. Oh God,
I know that Philly wanted that one. Dude, Philly wanted that one bad.
Monopoly.
People love this shit.
Monopoly is already a long game, dude. If it's Bible themed,
mm-hmm. Dude, it's like 7 turns around the board before you even get to eat the forbidden fruit.
That you guys should have just had it, and you're just like playing Bibleopoly, basically just on a Patreon stream. You're just like, all right, Drew, roll on a roller online.
Bro, the next time, if we ever do a double patron show again, if we ever do one of those 6-hour patron shows, I think it's gonna be so boring. We're just gonna play Bibleopoly.
Instead of a chance card, it's like a random GIF. We'll just discuss a random GIF.
I would play Bibleopoly with y'all, but what I want to know is how does trying to accumulate all the money you can and put other people out of business jive with Jesus?
I can't help but think that at some point, like trying to accrue the most money, at the very end it says, having the most money doesn't get you into heaven, just like getting a camel through the eye of a needle.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So you lose.
It's WWJD. Who would Jesus Jew?
There must be real.
You want to finish?
Real
this,
consequence. Yeah, real consequences because the dude had a slip up. That's basically the beginning where they fucking showed what he actually the slip up versus like, oh my god.
Yeah, I want to see that. That's what
saying that he's the coon.
By the way, Richard Reingold, you look like Ben Stein.
I spoke with the weatherman and his wife Lisa today. Please explain to me how this came about.
I simply ran his name too
Oh, they
fast.
have a black dude doing the story, and his wife. It looks like it's like, look, you have to look really sorry for my slip up that I had on the fucking weather.
She looks more like she's constipated.
Dude, you guys in Florida,
trying to look
put up your
worried.
shutters. There's a hurricane coming through.
Weatherman in Florida is the easiest job on earth except for hurricane season, but like it's always 50-50. Like, is it going to rain? 50-50.
Watch out for the tornado.
Hey, guess what, assholes?
Oh.
There's a goddamn hurricane coming, and it's going to
Hurricoon.
A hurricane.
Thank you. Ryan is asking that we enlarge Chef for a moment so he can be included on a thumbnail.
I don't want to have any part of enlarging Chef.
Yeah, no, enlarge, and then thumbs up because that's my fucking favorite pose. Yeah, thumbs up. Woo! And don't block your face though. There you go. Perfect. And if he doesn't have it by now, he's too fucking slow. All right.
Who wanted to enlarge Chef?
It was Ryan, a cramp.
Somebody that wanted to make me excited.
The person that's been doing these awesome freaking thumbnails for us and he wanted to include Chef on the next one, which I think is great.
Want to enlarge Chef? Am I right,
dude? I want to
and my
enlarge
work
Chef
shirt.
every
Yeah!
month when that Patreon comes through. I'm like, oh
yeah,
god,
TJ.
Damn.
Yeah.
I gotta hold on, fellas. I gotta hear this. I gotta hear like the fucking. This is in the South Park episode where they have to literally kiss Jesse Jackson's ass. Is that what
dude? Speaking of South Park, when they're all superheroes, Cartman is
the coon.
The coon.
Meteorologist Jeremy Capel is no longer
fractured
with
butthole. Yeah.
I spoke with the weatherman and
okay.
his wife Lisa today. Please explain to me how this came about.
I simply ran his name too fast. Martin Luther King Jr. came out.
Dude, did he pause? Did he almost do it again?
Ran his name too fast. Martin Luther King Jr. came out too fast. And as that did, I crunched two words together. And I want you to think about this. First, say his name, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., 5 times real fast. See if it's easy for you. And then you take the two words, King and Jr., and you bash them together.
Cooner.
She flinched. She flinched when he hit his fists together.
You take the two
Watch.
words, King and Jr., and you bash them together. Guess what you get?
She's thinking to herself, what the fuck kind of defense is it? You don't have to go into this. Maybe you do.
Actually,
Maybe you have to go into an in-depth fucking discussion. Yeah. I just been like, I meant coon. What you gonna do about it? My fucking GoFundMe is ILoveTrump2020.com.
Dude, you probably get millions of dollars.
I'm just thinking this is like a fucking this NBC News. This is like one of their morning shows or whatever. I'm thinking like all the shit going on in the country. You got like a $23 trillion federal debt. You got
it's Inside Edition.
You got trillions in fucking unfunded liabilities and all this other fucking bullshit. But then you're just like, oh my god, this local weatherman. Like his job needs to go. There's so many levels here. Like the fucking mayor spoke up.
Doesn't even really matter whether he meant it or not.
Ooh.
Big names.
Look, let's not cloudy up the situation. Fast or just beer 5 times.
There's a thunderstorm of controversy going on right over here on the butt hurt area of the country.
It's around this puckered anus of red.
As we've done it,
on air, you flub. You make mistakes. It would seem as if the guy made a genuine mistake.
Fellow weatherman Al Roker tweeted,
Thank you.
I think Jeremy Capel made an unfortunate flub and should be given the chance to apologize. Anyone
If it's
who has done
wait.
live TV
Yeah.
Wait. If it's an unfortunate flub, why do you need to apologize?
Yeah, there's no reason to. He should be just give him his
Just
job
be
back.
forgiven. Just let him back in.
That's what I'm saying. If it's an unfortunate flub, you don't need to say my bad for fucking jumbling words.
You know
need
what?
to
We know what'd be
apologize
funny?
if you were like Martin Coon King Jr. God
funny
damn
if
it. Like
Al
then you
Roker was
apologize.
fired. It'd be funny if Al Roker was fired for offending fat people by saying unfortunate flub.
Oh,
yeah.
my God.
And he used to be fat. Can we see an old
Yeah.
Al Roker picture, please?
Al Roker did. They used to be fucking.
Al Roker looks like he was sucked down by a vampire for too long.
Dude, like way too long, like 2 decades too long.
Yeah.
He is not the same man. By the way, you should not be allowed to have teeth that white.
It's the only way you can see him in the blackness of night.
Are you rapping with me or being offensive? I can't tell.
Why?
Sorry, it was just one of the only jokes I remember from.
Look at this
band back in the
motherfucker.
day.
Talk about a flub. Holy shit. It looks
I
like
thought it was more of a flap of skin.
it looks like goddamn Eddie Murphy in The
Clumps.
Nutty Professor.
Yep.
Hercules.
The only thing I'll say in Al Roker's defense here is when he says be given the chance to apologize, I had to imagine maybe giving him a benefit of the doubt. Maybe he just means to clear the air. I'm not a fucking white nationalist up here giving the fucking weather report.
Well, in this day and age, being able to basically bow and scrape on your knees is the only way to avoid cancel culture, basically.
Dude, it's the goddamn perfect storm. You got the tycoon, the hurricane, and the freaking I can't a fucking a tsunami. All at the same time.
An I Stand Behind Jeremy Capel petition has gotten 33,000 signatures. Just 12 people have signed a counter petition. Do not rehire Jeremy Capel after his racist words.
By the way, we showed all 12 of those people's tweets right before the fucking broadcast here.
Yeah, wait a minute.
All 12 people that said he should be fired.
Wait, is this change.org? Is this the
Yes.
one where you would petition Obama, like the White House, or they would like address it if it hit so many?
I think that's actually a
I
White
think
House
so.
petition.
That's a direct White House thing. This
it
is
carried
just
over?
like you want to change some shit you see. So this is showing both sides of the how many people support this shit. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous. Is the point?
Because I know that Game of Thrones season 8, I think, got 1 point something odd million signatures for.
Dude, fucking
season 8
you know,
doesn't count.
Let fucking Epstein kill himself. Probably got more fucking votes.
Yeah, 12's not a lot for Texas
No.
seceding from the Union.
I can't help but
like,
think that there should be a petition that should just say Epstein didn't kill himself. Just literally, and everybody just sign that doesn't think that Epstein didn't
Yeah,
kill
but
himself.
wasn't it like the way I came to understand change.org when Obama was president? It was like if it got 100,000, he would at least address it.
I believe
something
he
like
did that for a couple of stunts, and the one that got the most votes was the fucking asking about
Marijuana?
legalizing marijuana, and he fucking just totally blew it off like nothing. It's not like he's held accountable for it. He's like, whatever gets the most attention, I'll talk about. And then like, okay, how about legalizing pot? And he's like, I'm the first black president. I can't do that. They'll never forgive me. Yeah, basically. Anyway, next.
Yeah, let's see what else we got here. Go ahead.
No,
If you want a
just
good Mad Fun
next.
thread, there's that I just posted in chat.
What happened?
I was part of a thread that had some decent math puns.
Oh
No,
It was on Make
Oh,
These
God,
Videos.
no.
Oh, you bastard! Why would you do that?
Jesus Christ.
Math puns?
Oh,
Well,
Dude,
mathematics
how
was my
about you
field of
subtract
study.
me from that equation?
Yeah, what a squared.
Oh god.
Hey, you could add up enough puns to get a laugh.
Woman gets tased after trying to perform an exorcism on a police officer.
This is fucking fantastic, and there's a follow up. There's not a follow up to this video, but there's a very similar video I'd like you to play next. And
Pay attention because this is only 18 seconds long.
All right, so we're going to converge onto a funny point. Okay.
She thinks it's working at this point. Not anymore. She was like, it's working. Oh, no, it's not.
That pop, listen.
Somebody needs to edit in like a towel over the guy.
Yeah,
just
dude,
like,
it does. It sounds like a fucking towel pop.
Be gone, Satan!
One more.
She didn't have her god powers. Didn't
just converged her to 0.
Dude.
Yeah, her faith could not overcome the power of the taser.
Can I have directions to that parking lot so I can hang out there for a while? I want to know, like, what do you do if that's your normal everyday morning gas station and you witness that? Like, you're like, okay, I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to go to 7-Eleven next time.
Teach, is the next video called Bet She Listens next time?
Yes, it is.
Well, I did issue for a defective equipment. It's $80. You have till September 16th to take care of this. Get you the sign there with the X is.
So you don't even give a warning for this?
You've been driving around for 6 months like that.
I'm truthful.
Well, I'm not going to give you a warning for something you've been driving for 6 months.
Okay, so she didn't say untruthful. She said I'm truthful. He basically pulled her over for like a taillight or whatever the fuck it might be. And when he told her, pulled her over, and she said, "What did you pull me over for?" He said, "Well, this." She says, "Well, it's been like that for 6 months." That was her response. So when he says, "I'm going to give you a ticket for it," and she says, "No warning," he's like, "You've been driving around like that for 6 months. You want a warning?" Like, literally just be like, "Oh, I had no clue. Thanks for letting me know." That's how you get out of this shit. Not saying it's been like that forever. That's never gotten anybody out of a ticket ever.
She's definitely on the left side of the intellectual bell curve.
I pulled you over for doing 100 in a 55. I've been doing 100 for like 20 miles.
And you just now pull me over? God. Anyway, this video gets out of control and fantastic fast.
Well, I don't want to sign it because I don't want to do $80.
You don't want to sign it?
No, because I don't think that I deserve to pay $80 for something that is fixable and I can fix it.
All right.
That's all you want
Go ahead,
to do.
step out of the car.
Why?
Because you're under arrest. Step out. Step out of the vehicle.
No, I'm not.
Step out.
No, I'm not. I wish that worked with the police, right?
It looks like she's reaching for the
There's
handle
a reason
to get
I
out.
titled this "Bet She Listens Next Time."
Dude, and she's look where they're at. What's in the background there?
Jesus.
People with steeples.
Step out. I'm giving you a lawful order. Step out.
Is that like a standard procedure though? If they don't sign, because I imagine that has to come up a lot.
So it's similar to if you refuse to do a sobriety test, you're basically revoking your license on the spot, and at that point they can detain and arrest you. Yeah, I mean, to sign a ticket is not to admit guilt. It's to admit that you received a ticket. And then from there, you can fight it in court if you want, but you have to sign it first. You have to sign it, and then you can fight it if you want. She's just a fucking crotchety old lady that's not used to being, like, dealt with by the cops. By the way, if she was black, she would have been shot by now, in case you guys didn't know.
We always have to throw that in there in any encounter. By the way, if the video lasts more than 2 minutes or 2 seconds,
This cop is definitely taking the limit to insanity here.
Yeah. Such self-control, you know?
He's got a ton of patience.
I'll be fair with you.
Step out.
No.
You're under arrest.
No, I'm not.
I'm placing you under arrest. Step
You
out.
are full of
Trying to derive the
because
square root of insanity right here.
no arrest.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Dustin Jacobson, yeah.
Dustin
Welcome to the club.
Fuck yeah.
Now be one of the cool kids and become a patron or donate through Subscribestar.
Thank you for subscribing. We'll be sure to show you plenty of more old ladies getting beaten by cop videos in the future.
No. She deserves
And people
it.
shouting at
You'll
your
be
penis
begging.
is too small.
Wait a minute. I haven't even seen this yet. Then Dark Matter mentions beating an old lady. TG goes, no. She deserves it. She deserves it. She has it coming.
By the end of this video, you'll be begging for it.
That and I'll sign it.
Step out. No, we're beyond that.
You want me
Step out.
Oh yeah, she
Like,
deserves
what do you
it now.
think? What do you think? Like, what is she thinking? Like, how do you get that old and not know how the world works?
Where the fuck did he pull her over? Like the fucking
Church parking lot
on a dirt
Yeah.
road
next to a goddamn baseball field. Was that the infield?
could be a tiny fucking town.
Okay, so she's just like
No, she just made it a lot fucking worse.
Get out of the car.
This-
Get
Yeah.
out
This
of the
gets
car.
so good so fast.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
You better leave me.
Bam! Put your hands behind your back.
Leave me alone.
Put your hands
Leave
behind
me
your back.
alone.
Now.
Oh my God.
Taser! Taser! Taser!
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Lay down and put your hands behind your back. Now.
I will stand up.
No,
she's
you won't.
saying. She's saying I will stand up. He's like, no, you're not.
You're gonna get it again.
Hit it! Hit it!
Oh my god.
Lady, just listen to the goddamn cop next time!
Dude, I've never rooted so hard for an old lady to fucking tase like this, dude. Absolutely, you deserve it at this point. You've really done everything wrong.
After I heard Dark Matter say she's gonna get beat by the cops, and TJ goes, no, she's gonna deserve it. After I heard that, I knew it was gonna be worth it. Oh my god,
Dude, over $80.
$80 for like whatever.
And now it's way more than $80.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, and can I say she's got the squarest ass I've ever seen since we're talking math puns. Jesus Christ. Can we go back a second? Look at
No,
that.
please.
No, seriously, go
No.
back. I want you to fucking draw a fucking box around that shit. Because that is the most
Christ.
rectangular look. Look, the pockets don't even fucking bulge at all. They're totally fucking flat. You've never seen, dude. Look, lady. Here's what you do. You sign the ticket and you don't run from the fucking cops. And then when you do run from the cops, you say, "I'm sorry, I got
can't help
spooked. I'm
but
an
think she's
idiot.
gonna integrate
I'm
well with the prison
whatever.
population."
My pee-pee is gonna go poo-poo." Just say whatever. You're an old lady. But don't fucking kick at the cop and say you're not gonna arrest me and then have your
just drive
fucking
off.
flat rectangle looking ass
She definitely shouldn't have been a divergent
tased twice.
person.
Jesus Christ.
For running?
I didn't run.
Jesus.
What a stupid. Oh my
We're
God.
gonna arrest me. I pulled in here thinking that you would
Hurt?
Yeah, I'm hurt.
What hurt?
Of course she is.
No, you're not.
Everything.
No, you're not. hurt.
Everything, especially my pride.
I got an ambulance on the way to check you out.
Ambulance? I don't need an ambulance.
Well, you got
She has a
tased, so they gotta check
sign
you out.
You did
that
not
says
have to
she's going to
taser me.
jail.
You wouldn't comply, you wouldn't get out, and then you tried to kick me. So
Why?
yes, I did.
Yeah, I tried to kick you because
Yeah.
I'm a country girl. Because no, I
And
didn't
you got
like being
tased
thrown on
because
the
of
floor.
it.
Oh
Yes,
my
and I didn't
God.
like being thrown on the
Well, next time, listen to what I'm telling you to do.
Dude, I'm
Yeah.
a country girl is not a fucking legal defense.
She's
You
very
dumb
definitely
twat.
not discreet.
But dude, here's the thing. Well, like, what are the odds that this lady would say, like, in some other instance where some dude gets like fucking like killed by a cop or whatever,
Totally
like,
deserved it.
That she would say, "Well, that's why you don't run."
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. Like they'll literally take someone the guy that got shot to death by the cop in his apartment while he was eating ice cream. They were like,
in Dallas,
he smoked weed or something. Like they're
yeah.
trying for that shit. And I'm like, okay, is that executable fucking offense by random fucking busting in by a cop now? Because it sounds like you're trying to justify the same way the Trumpers do, by the way. You take something shitty he does and you're like, Elizabeth Warren, Pocahontas. And you're like, oh, you think that excuses Trump's behavior. Bernie Sanders, like, socialist. And then all of a sudden everything Trump has ever done is fucking fantastic. Like that's your fucking criteria. That is why democracy fucking blows at this point.
The limit that we found here is that literally she should have just taken the less than ticket.
She should
going
have
on this
fucking
tangent
6
that she
months
went
ago
on,
known
or a greater than ticket.
She knows how long she's been fucking up for 6 months. If you admit to the cop you've been fucking it up, if a cop says your taillight is out, and you say it's been like that for 6 months, instead of, oh, I didn't know, I'll get it fixed as soon as possible. You're a fucking retard. Who doesn't figure that out? You just simply say, even if you do know, you just say,
oh, my taillight's broken?
Didn't know. I thank you for informing me. And most cops will be at that point will be like giving you a warning. But if you're like, it's been like that forever, like no cop is like, oh, I want to cut you a break.
I think the thing that
fucking idiot.
If she had made like a YouTube video about it later, she should have just been like, it's been like that for 6 months, and only now I got caught for it.
Sovereign citizen, goddammit.
Oh,
I'm traveling, not driving. I'm traveling.
I'm a traveler.
Thank you, Chef. That was a proper addition to my reference. I appreciate that, sir.
Well, if you
I'm
love
not
Chef
subtracting
so much,
anything
why
out
don't
of
you
this.
keep him then, and just put me on the side of the road like a piece of trash? Have your chef. Fine.
Jesus.
I know you love him.
I think Ghazi is pointing to where you can fucking take your ass over there, Dark Matter. Seriously, if Chef wasn't such a busy man, I might take you up on that offer, but
I actually do work nights now.
see? It's not that you have like 750,000 subscribers that we keep you around, Dark Matter. It's certainly not for your animations, and it's certainly not for your jokes either. Actually, now that I think of it, I don't know why the fuck we keep you around.
Because he's a convenient punching bag.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, and he occasionally
He just keeps
like
coming back for
seriously,
more.
like once every like 5 or 6 shows, I will genuinely laugh at something Dark Matter says,
Mm-hmm.
and like, it's a good one, like a deep belly laugh.
You finally find the set of
sometimes
whatever
it's-
puns he has.
It's at his expense sometimes, but it's still worth it, I think is the point. By the way, Roxada says that he is going to be moving overseas and he's going to come to Florida to visit his grandmother before he does that. And he was wondering, he wants to meet up with me, and I said yes already. But he apparently is loaded since he's just moving overseas. So I told him beers are on him. And he said that if we included you somehow, if you wanted to meet us halfway or whatever, that he would buy you all the strawberry faggot ales you could drink as soon as one.
Chef is like, oh, okay, strawberry faggot ales. All right.
Yeah, immediately it's just like, damn it.
All right, man. I mean, if he wants to fucking just splurge with the, $7-8 on,
That I'll take to knock you on your ass.
yeah, that's about what it'll take.
That's $7-8.
Dude,
That's
here's the
sticking
thing: when you buy Dark Matter a beer, you also have to buy him like 2 entrees to soak up that whole 5% of alcohol that was in that beer.
Yeah, I'm
Although
gonna need
nothing quite
breadsticks.
beats TJ basically trying to find the best price at like one of his favorite bar places for like entrees. He's just like, if you buy 3 of these, you save 3 cents.
No.
Oh,
You remember
wow.
that story?
Very
He
nice.
remembers that story. It's the thing is that is a true story. It's an
It
Irish
is a true
bar.
story.
It's an Irish bar I go to, and if you fucking buy 10 wings, it's like whatever $9.99, $9.99, right?
Oh yeah.
And if you fucking buy 20 wings, it's $19.99. And I'm like, wait a fucking second, I'm paying an extra penny instead of saving any money like most places fucking do. And I'll tell the fucking server, I was like, I'll take 2 orders of 10, thank you, and save myself. And then I'll point it out to him like, hey, whoever made your menu is a fucking mouth breathing retard, and you should probably have that looked into.
But you wonder how many people probably fall for that. Chef, I will tell you, dude. We went to Vegas and then we went to California. Neeb, I wish Neeb was here because he would vouch for me on what a fucking Jew this guy is. We get the rental car. This guy like stays up reading the fucking fine terms of the agreement, and is like, "Oh well, if we don't return it with like the full tank of gas or whatever,
it's
like
$8.50 a gallon."
Is what they
crazy.
it's
Dude,
what they charge you for every gallon that you're over or whatever the fuck. TJ reads the fine print of the contract.
And by the way, it fucked me because I was like, yo, let's leave early, right? So we can fill up a tank of gas. And then when I woke up early, Drew insisted on cooking breakfast, and he made us all late. And then insisted on cooking breakfast, made us all late. In fact, he made us so late I barely caught my flight, and he missed his own flight.
Oh, man.
So I think what everybody,
dude, if you don't know this story,
is,
it's not Drew's fault at all. It was totally my fault.
Yeah, he wanted to sleep in. I've heard this story
No,
about 10
not
times.
just sleep in. Here's what happened. We went to the grocery store like 11 hours before we had to leave, and Neeb bought like $150 worth of snacks and beers. And I'm like, you're literally, yeah, exactly. But he bought like all this shit, and I fucking said to myself, I'm like, I'm taking full advantage. It's like the biggest open mini bar ever. And
Dude,
I fucking just ate and ate and ate, and I drank and drank and drank. And I fucking tried to obliterate all of these snacks and fucking beers. And eventually, like, I was like, I'm gonna stay up all night. I got plenty of fucking like carbs going through, blah, 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 blah. And like 2 hours before we had to wake up, I finally fucking crashed. And they could not get me up. And as an excuse to buy myself more sleep time, I said, have Drew make me breakfast. And the son of a bitch made a fucking incredible breakfast, to which I finally fucking got out of bed, sat down, and I was like, I'm not eating that shit. I don't want to have to poop on the plane.
So that's what he said. So he's so grumpy because it's early in the morning, right? And he's just like, oh, just make fucking breakfast. So I'm like, all right, fine. So I make the breakfast and stuff like that. We end up making it. I sit it down. And I'm like, all right, dude, here you go. He goes, I'm not eating that shit. I'm going to crap all over myself on the plane. And then
I have to say that as a fucking grumpy ass drunk, I'm pretty fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
I'll give myself that, because as like a story we tell from the future, it's hilarious. At the time, it was not so funny. Not only that, we were in such a rush to jump in the car and get on the road that like I didn't pee, and so I'm like, I'll just pee at the next gas station we come across. No, it's straight
200 miles later, you finally found a gas
fucking
station.
highway, 8 lane on each side of the fucking highway, dead stop traffic with no exit in sight. And I've got to piss like a racehorse. We literally pulled off an exit, stopped in front of someone's house, and I just fucking pissed. Like
I thought you were
a
just
nice
gonna piss
like
in a bar ditch.
2 minute piss. God, I apologize to you yet again, Drew. That was not my finest moment, and you shone through in that moment. And I really am sorry that you had to wait 5 extra hours at the airport in order to catch a flight home. That is one of my look. You're not going to believe this, but I occasionally lose a little sleep over that.
Occasionally, just
I'm
for
just going to ask right now. I'm going to ask right now. Goddamn
so
meetup
funny.
win?
It's so fucking funny when you look back on it. But honestly, like, you know, I'm one of those people. I look back on it, it's funny, but then I put myself in the moment again, and I was like, the amount, it was such a twisted thing. I got off the fucking, airport bus or whatever, and I can hear, like, as I fucking hand the lady my ticket, she's like, oh. Like, she's like, it's gonna be real close. You might want to, like, hand me the bag and run. It's basically what she said. And I was like, I fucking, like, take off. And as I get in the line for security, I can hear my name being called from the other end of security.
It's just like,
the
that's
longest line you've ever fucking waited in is the one where your name is being called. And so
I can't help but think that at that point you're just like, that's me.
I get through security and they fucking, like, I'm ready to go, and they stop me and they're like, we need to test your laptop for fucking, like, and I was like, oh Jesus. I was like, that is, I let them know. I was like, that is my name they're calling. You can check my ID. That is my name they're calling. Please make this fast. And they literally, like, swabbed it real quick and then just let me go. And they closed the door on the plane behind me so fast I didn't sit down on my seat before we started taxiing. That is how close I was to missing my flight. Drew, unfortunately, was like a minute and a half behind.
Oh, yeah.
Totally missed his flight. I feel bad. I feel real bad. It's only because he looks like he's from Texas.
Because we were texting. TJ he landed in Florida before I boarded my flight from LAX.
Yeah, it's bad. Yeah, it's like a 4-hour flight.
He's like, all right, I'm home. Just let me know how it works out. I'm about to go cook. I'm like, fucking piece of shit.
I'm so sorry, Drew. I swear to God, I won't ever do that to you again, sir.
It obviously wasn't planned, but think about that. Going from Los Angeles to fucking Florida. That's
to Orlando.
Yeah, you went across the goddamn country. I hadn't even left yet.
And the only reason that he didn't sleep through his fucking backup flight is because a gang of fucking dudes wearing cowboy hats walked across, and some lady's like, weren't you going to Texas? I think that's the flight.
And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, well, if you're going to Texas, there's a bunch of people with cowboy hats that just went that way.
That's literally how Drew managed to make his flight on. It won't happen again, Drew. And next goddamn meetup is gonna be here in Florida.
So,
and it's the only way we can include dark. It's gonna. When do you want to do it, Drew? That's the real question.
Oh shit!
How about all right? Fuck it. We're gonna aim for. Oh, my birthday is so far away though. That's June.
I've got the vacation time. I need to use it.
I think if we say June, that'll give everyone plenty enough time to figure it out.
All right, I have to use my vacation time on something else before the end of the year.
June is hot for Florida.
I don't give a fuck. I want them to sweat.
Why? Why not do it
at
when
least
it's
at
nice
that point?
here?
I think there'll be another goddamn mix.
No, because June is a good month for. It's a good month for, like, if people want to do theme parks. It's a good month for beaches. It's a good month for fucking fishing. You get everything.
Chef and I live in Texas. I guarantee you, Florida Junes are not hotter or much.
It's a little bit more fucking
humid.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's probably it.
So it just feels, it's like a wet hot, which is, if you've ever been burned by steam.
I'll drive my ass out there if I need to.
Dude, anyways, Drew and Chef, I don't want to hear about your wet and hot experiences. God damn, it wasn't an invitation. Can we please get a last nerve in?
Let's do this. Let's do super low life shoplifters.
Yeah!
This is bad. There's a kid in that thing, by the way.
Sounds like second shift.
Are we going to be building a pile? Bro, all I can say is they got a long ways to go before they beat Dollar Tree, dude.
Yeah.
They're not even close.
The worst part is there's a kid in that fucking...
Yeah, but we can't be sure that the kid is theirs.
Yeah.
At this point, you should probably scan it.
Trying to use goddamn human shield.
Oh no!
Oh yeah.
Come on.
Dude, they have like the whole fucking like meat crew, the stalkers.
911. Yeah, we got shoplifters that are trying to freaking leave. Please get here fast.
Yeah, well,
They're getting violent.
I don't think this is America, but either way, like, dude.
I'm pretty
It
sure
might
this
be
is
one of the
Deerfield,
southern
Michigan.
states.
I'm
It might
pretty
be
sure
one of the
this
southern
is Deerfield,
states.
Michigan. What the fuck?
Oh my god.
You're right. There's way too many uncovered women for that to be Deerfield.
Fucking hell.
Why is she attacking people?
Because she got
they're
caught.
going to jail.
You got caught. That's like the this is on par with like the husband has been cheating on his wife, and when she confronts him about it, he busts her in the fucking lip. Like wait, you're not improving your fucking situation at all.
We already gave everything back. Let us out.
Inner City Pigeon says looks and sounds like Miami.
As I said, it's other state.
Yeah. No, dude. At this point, like they've done, like the ladies.
Close and lock the door. Close and lock the door.
Dude,
It's like
they're
assault and
literally
shit. Don't let 'em leave.
using this child in the fucking stroller as a battering ram.
Yeah,
as you
don't let
watch.
them leave, man. The cop. I don't know what country this is in, if the cops even give a shit, but no, like so something needs to happen here, not just for the employee's standpoint, but for like the child's sake. Like this.
These
this
two
is like a
women are
deranged
the
person.
lowest criminal denominator.
Oh my god. Stop.
Just lock the door. Close and lock the door, bitches. Did she just throw a shoe?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
she's taking them off. She's throwing her sandals. I've actually been in a situation like this. It was Christmas Eve back when I worked in like produce at this grocery store, and we had to stop a guy that was like stealing a bunch of shit. He like threatened to kill us and stuff. But in Texas law, I don't know where this is, let alone what state it's, and if this is in the U.S., which I don't.
If
think
it's
so,
even
but
in the U.S.
I would doubt it, but I don't know.
My money's still on Southern State.
Dude, my money's on fucking Czechoslovakia or some shit. This is like, ow. I've never seen action like this in the U.S., but that's just me.
I thought they were speaking Spanish, no?
The two Latinos are.
You don't know about the Spanish community in Czechoslovakia?
Wow,
you fucking
bro.
racist.
Because it sounds like
Czechoslovakia
second
doesn't
shift.
even exist anymore.
It
Yeah,
sounds like
it's
second
the-
shift at my work.
They're a republic now, Tej.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
the Czech Republic. You fucking fascist. Drew, I forwarded something to you that you need to show before the end of the episode here.
Is it
That sounds
just
like my
is
punch
it
should be
just
shown.
another picture of your dick, Tej? Because I'm not sure.
Yes, it is. He's front and center.
Another to add to the collection.
I still think my puns should be shown. They were great. A guy called me on them, and I kept making fun of him with math puns.
Hold on, this looks fucking incredible.
And you better fucking know what it's a reference to.
Everybody better know what that's a reference to.
I don't know. Maybe the Muffin Shack,
Who the fuck did that to my face?
Caddy Muffins.
Dude, at least
I don't know.
You're on Rodney Dangerfield's.
Yeah, for real.
So
Jesus
you're
Christ. That's
Oh.
I feel left out.
fucked up.
It's
that
what do
Bill
you
Clinton?
mean you feel left out? You're literally in the picture.
I am.
Is that Bill
Oh,
Clinton?
that's.
Or is
I
that
thought that
Alex
was you,
Jones?
TJ.
It's fucking you dipshit. I'm the one that's left out.
yeah,
you
I'm
sack
left
of
out
shit.
too.
Yeah.
Hey, you at least have your favorite child in there.
I want to say that's fucking Ryan on the left. Grandpa himself.
No, that's Alex Jones on the left.
Is it?
Alex Jones? It's Alex Jones or Bill Clinton.
It's Alex Jones on the left.
God damn, it could be anybody at this point.
It's Alex motherfucking Jones.
Put aviators in a fucking beard on the.
He
son
doesn't
of a
look
bitch
fat
as
enough
you
to be Alex. Alex has
Maybe it's
big
old Alex Jones.
It's Alex Jones.
It is.
Huh.
Yeah.
Huh.
The fucking Doomslayer.
The Doomslayer.
Like legit, you should just watch a couple of the.
Stephen James in the chat is saying TJ is such a nice guy, and I really don't know whether he's being serious or not. Because I feel like I'm the nicest asshole that you've ever met, and that really is me. Anyway, and I did cause 9/11. I will openly admit that if you stuff anything underneath my fingernails. Anyway,
I thought you were about
Chef.
to say your goddamn PayPal.
Oh yeah, also PayPal, email, cockpus@hotmail.com, bitches. Anyway, that's been an excellent show. Thank you very much. 250 down.
Only 250 to go for 500.
We're gonna fucking 10-year anniversary is what I'm looking forward to, you motherfuckers. Keep it going.
Can I get another Dark Matter appreciation show on the 10-year?
No, that's like at the 3,000, isn't that?
Oh.
It's a pretty high
It's up
number.
there, yeah, it's up
what
there.
we can
I
do
don't
is
remember what the last number is. We'll just call it 5 million.
we can give you an occasional
A nod.
I was thinking like an hour here or an hour there where we're not terrible to you. And you would just take that as a win and the silver lining. Drew,
Okay.
Jesus Christ. Are you recycling over there?
Actually,
Yeah,
I
actually,
have a good equilibrium for that one. Drunk Matter should come back, and then you'll give him another appreciation hour. But he must be drunk for the entire 3 hours.
And I'll tell you what,
you have to cup my balls.
Yes, I must.
Cut your balls or
cup.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Anyway, I was thinking,
If you want me to cup your balls, DM, I will come back and do that for your Drunk Matter appearance.
I Drew and Dark Matter, honestly, get back to me and let me know how like June or anywhere around there works for you guys, because I would really love.
I don't plan that far ahead.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you don't have plans, we can like make sure that you don't make other plans at this point. Like, it's far enough in the future. So I would love the opportunity. I know a lot of people would love to meet up again. There's a shitload to do in Florida, especially during summer. I know it's hot, but
Like visit Publix to get a pub sandwich.
Pub subs like a motherfucker. See, everything over here, I know all the good shit. So that's what's going to make it fun. Dark Matter and I know the area.
Yeah, I know all the great Flocka joints.
He's like, I know all the best barbers. Oh, wait. Yeah. Anyway, excellent show. Thank you guys again. And a big salute to you, Chef, and everybody else, all his supporters. 250 down, a ton more to come. We love the fuck out of you guys. Dark Matter, thank you for joining us. Drew, excellent show.
Yeah, I didn't approve of any of the racism or sexism on the episode tonight. Thank you.
But he also
we
was
never diverged
totally
from quality.
in context for the Streamlabs, and it was unedited. So thank you for that, Dark Matter. A big thumbs up if you made it this far. We appreciate the fuck out of it, and we will see you motherfuckers next Tuesday.
Later, guys.
Later, everybody.
Bye-bye. We love you. God loves you. He really does. Bye-bye for today. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye for today.
Bye-bye. We love you.